What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Run a little late today, man. Had to go to my 7-Eleven. Hope everything's well with everybody. Wait for people to come on in the chat because I posted a little bit late. Just posted it a second ago, so it's going to take a second for people to catch on and see I'm here. Got some emails this morning about Canelo, about Terence Crawford, about Errol Spence Jr., and all that good stuff. So that's what we're going to talk about today, man. That is what we're going to talk about today. Let me go and open this up. All right, that's what's up. Viva 2 Vita in the building. What's going on, man? How you doing this morning, man? Everything good with the family? Everything good with the health? All of that good stuff? I'm gonna wait to start chopping it up until some people really get in the chat, man. Like I said, man, I was running a little bit late today. Running a little bit late. Be easy, man. What's going on, man? Happy Friday. You got that right, man. It is Friday. That used to matter when I was a kid, dog. I wound up working 7 days a week, man. So that's what's up, man. Giovanni Walker says, salute, my brother. Push that like button. Let's get this boxing started. Absolutely, man. Let's get this boxing started. Hit the like on the way in, man. We're going to do a long show today because I got nothing else to do today. Except for I got nothing else to do today but talk boxing. It's one of those good days, man. So make sure you guys ask the questions, man. Let's keep the conversation lively. Almighty KD. Almighty KD said, what was that you were talking about? For now, my brother, I feel like I deserve a wrench. Lots of blessings. Why do you deserve a wrench, KD? Type something for me. Type something for me, man. Tell me why you deserve a wrench, man. I need to understand. Let me know. He said, CG Cap said, super nice of chunk of change since NFP. So all boxing's no more business today. What's NFP, man? I need to check that out, man. What's NFP, man? What do you mean NFP? Where'd he go? What's going on, real life living? Man, my man, Smooth Groove Boxing in the building. And say, yes, ready for tomorrow's fight. Yeah, man, I am, dude. I hate that those tickets are so expensive to that fight, man. So I got some friends in Vegas that wanted to go, and I had the ability to get some tickets, man. But, hey, but look, dude, the only reason I told you that, dog, was because I gave you a wrench. Don't take that. You got to write something up. You got to type something, bro. I was going to try to surprise you. The man, my KD, Almighty KD said, yeah, it's Almighty KD, man. You got to type something, man. He said, because that way you'll see that you have a wrench. That's the reason I said that, man. I see you all the time, Almighty KD. Richard Hill in the building. What's going on, man? He said non-farm payroll. Oh, okay, yeah. It's payday, huh? It's payday for a lot of folk, man. My man Fannon, hey, Jay Styles said, I got my 1,200 on plan. I feel good about it. Just saying, don't troll me, though. I ain't going to troll you, though. Oh, Don Vaughn said, I trade currency. Do you? I got to learn that, man, because I got to start making some money. I gotta get some alternative streams of income, man. Freddie Jimenez says, salute to you for 9. Love that talk in the morning in boxing. Hey, man, that's how we do it, man. We get it kicking, man. So, look, man, I got a comment that was Omar Weaver said, good morning, Fannon. Happy Friday to all, man. Yes, sir, man. Happy Friday to you, Omar Weaver. And usually I don't do this, but somebody was saying that Blue Blood said that Blue Blood Sports TV, excellent channel over there, that Caleb Plant, now, what he said, I was told, and I don't know if this is true or not, that Jaron Ennis cannot beat Errol Spence Jr. or Terence Crawford, but he can beat Canelo Alvarez. And I thought to myself when I heard that, what the fuck is wrong with that? Man, what is wrong with that, dog? He said, Fannon, I'm a therapist, never a shortage of crazy. Oh, no, I tell you, I know that, dog. I've had my battles with crazy. I understand, dog. Mental health is a real thing, dude. Your brain goes pop. You act funny. You get funny thoughts, all kind of shit, dog. All kind of thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm starting to run. I'm doing all kind of stuff to make sure I keep my dome nice and steady. Nice and steady. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Till something happens to you, you don't really appreciate that, man. Big Wester said, big homie. Salute, big homie. Ready for some boxing talk? Hey, are you going live this weekend for the fight? Absolutely, I'm going live for the fight. So that I can, because look, man, if I don't go live for the fight, where are these troll channels going to get the content from the next morning? Where are they going to get their content from the next morning? You know, it's like I got to work for the troll. I got to work for the troll channels so to have something to say. You know what I mean? CG Cap said, Lopez only said that shit because he barely beat Loma and doesn't believe he could do it again. He's a ditz. Hold on. Sorry about that. OP said, man, I hate Canelo finna wash Plant. Why, man? Don't hate it. If he gonna wash me, go wash him. Look, man, enjoy great fighters, man. Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter. I don't get the vitriol against him. Other than the fact that the man tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs, I don't get it, man. Like, really, I don't. The dude is a great fighter. I think he's a great fighter. Not just a good fighter. I think Canelo's a great fighter. Definitely one of the best of this century. He should get his credit for that. You know what I mean? He should absolutely. What's going on, Terry Schmoot in the building? He should get his credit for that. However, you know, he tested positive for dope. So he's got a big asterisk on everything he does. But you can't deny that the dude is a fighter. A man, Animal Cub 25 said he's a duck too, though. Yeah, he's ducked some folk. However, man, he's putting, you know, we'll see. Let's put it this way. What I'm going to do, he said he's an effing cheater and a prima donna. Look, man, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Hey, man, you want to tell the truth, tell the truth. But he can fight, though, can he? Fahim. 1 to 10, where do you put him as a fighter, though? The prima donna, yeah. The duck, I don't think that's him. I don't think that's him. I think he's in a Gervonta Davis type of situation, man. I really do. I think that he would fight. I think he would fight Charlo. I think he would fight these guys. And we're going to get to see now that he has a choice of whoever he wants to fight, and he not got to worry about Oscar De La Hoya. I think Oscar De La Hoya could have had a lot to do with that, man. In my opinion, I think he did have a lot to do with that because they had a battle going on between Golden Boy Promotions and what's his name? Yeah, Golden Boy Promotions and the PBC. So they weren't making fights, man. You know what I mean? And I think that's what happened. That and then DAZN, you went to DAZN, and DAZN, you know, DAZN has their thing going on. So, you know, I just don't know, man. I don't really think that he was you know, I don't think he had a lot of control over that. I think he was the type of fighter that is, you know, I'm fighting the guy you put in front of me type of fighter. And in that particular case, man, you know, it's just what it is, man. That's how it rolls, man. You know what I mean? Look, man, we got a thin chat this morning, so I know we're going to have 70 likes, man. We only got 70 people in the building. We know we're going to get 70 likes now, right? You know we got to get 70 likes, man. See, we got my man, yeah, I know I got haters in the crew. King Duck. Jose Rodriguez said, Canelo, a.k.a. King Duck. King Duck. Yeah, he got some guys he got to fight. He ducked Deverchenko, that's for sure. He ducked Jamal Charlo. Who else he ducked besides Jamal Charlo and Sergey Deverchenko? Oh, Demetrius Andrade for Undisputed. But he complained about it yesterday. He said, "Man, I could have been undisputed." He said if it wasn't for, I think he said it in Spanish, but it seemed they put the heading in the video like he was taking a shot at Golden Boy by saying I could have been undisputed at 160. But DAZN, I know DAZN did not want that fight with Demetrius Andrade. I don't believe that was that was Canelo Alvarez. I don't believe that was Canelo Alvarez personally. I don't believe it anyway. But you know what I am? I'm a Canelo fan. I like Canelo, man. I like him. But at the same time, man, I get where y'all coming from. OP said he's a duck and he would have more L's if not saved. I don't know about that. I don't favor the guys that he ducked. The guys that he ducked. I don't favor people. I don't favor them to beat him. I didn't favor them to beat him. Like Deverchenko, man, come on, he's gonna beat Sergey Deverchenko, man. Jamal Charlo, that's a question mark for me. Demetrius Andrade, that's definitely a question mark for me. He'd have to show and prove with those guys, man. You know what I mean? See, Jose Rodriguez said he got an 8. Richard Hill got a 9 on him. Got a 9. Oh, yeah, Demetrius Andrade for sure. Yeah, he ducked Demetrius Andrade. And he don't want, but Benavidez, he hasn't ducked Benavidez yet. He ain't ducked Benavidez yet, dog. He didn't duck Bivol. He ain't at 175, man. Well, yeah, I guess he did go up to 175 and come right back down, man. So, but you'd have to say more Beterbiev. You know, Bivol, Beterbiev, he gonna duck them dudes. I mean, that dude ain't no 175-pounder, man. I ain't blasting on Canelo today, man. I don't feel like blasting on Canelo. It's hard for me to do, man. It's hard. Except for, you know, that's why on the whole subject, I'm wishy-washy, man. Damian Douglas, but I will tell you this. I do think Terence Crawford is a better fighter than him. Terence Crawford, I think for sure Terence Crawford is a better fighter than him. I don't buy all of that. I don't buy all this. He's an historic level fighter. Man, we're trying to make history in our career. Man, look, dog. How about you make history is today? That's the only shit that matters. How about today? History is right now. How about you make right now? And then after you make right now, it will go into history. You know what I mean? Fight these dudes, man. Now that he can fight at PBC, though, no excuses. No excuses. And the best thing that could happen is this fight could flop a little bit. Just a little bit. OP said he wants no part of David Benavidez, man. Yeah, but he ain't ducked him yet. That's David Benavidez's fault. I blame David Benavidez for that. David Benavidez, if he didn't lose his belt on the scale this time, or didn't lose his belt on a line of cocaine, if he had not done that, then David Benavidez would be that WBC champion, and Canelo Alvarez would have had to go through him to get to undisputed. Because he could have fought Caleb Plant, who I do believe he would have beaten, and he would be here right now if they didn't duck him. But see, that's on David Benavidez, man. Man, Giovanni Walker holding the channel down says, support the super chat all day. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. And it is greatly needed. I'm trying to tell you, dog, it is greatly needed, man. You know what I mean? We working. Like another very good channel says, we working. Omar Weaver in the building said, I would respect Canelo more, has a lot to prove to me, for me to equate him with other Latin warriors of yesteryear, such as Alexo Arguello or Julio Cesar Chavez. Yeah, let me tell you, man, for me, this is going to sound really, really funny. And real funny. But for me, what's my man's name? Juan Manuel Marquez. That motherfucker. There is that dude right there. Juan Manuel Marquez, Eric Morales, Eric El Terrible. Those are my guys. He ain't a fighter like that. He ain't a fighter. Canelo ain't a fighter like that. That's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not Canelo. Canelo is like James Toney knockoff, which is why, dog, I ain't buying it, homie. That's why I'm not buying it. He ain't fought nowhere near the competition that Oscar De La Hoya fought. Nowhere near the competition that Oscar De La Hoya fought. And I do not believe he's a better fighter than Oscar De La Hoya, bro. I do not believe it. I like Oscar. I mean, I used to hate on Oscar De La Hoya. I was an Oscar De La Hoya hater for sure. No joke. If there anybody ever was, oh, you're a hater of Canelo. No, I'm not a hater of Canelo. I'm just telling you the truth about Canelo. And I'm mad at Canelo because he made me lose arguments. And I hate losing arguments, dog. I was going to rub Canelo Alvarez in everybody's face. Then he pops dirty and I can't do it no more. Okay, you don't think I want to make positive Canelo Alvarez videos and talk about how he's this and he's that and all that stuff? That shit got stolen from me because that boy got on that Kimbuterol. He did that Kimbuterol. You know what I mean? All that Cambodia caused me problems, man. So I'm mad at Canelo. But I'm not a hater of Canelo. I was a hater of Oscar De La Hoya, for sure. Could not stand me no Oscar De La Hoya. Couldn't stand that they gave him that Pernell Whitaker fight. Couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand that he bloodied up. He bloodied up. He bloodied up Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., bloodied him up. Oh, just blood all over the place. I didn't like that either, man. So I was a hater on him. But I will tell you, over time and in retrospect, dog, you can't say nothing. Yeah, Cambodia, dog. That motherfucker with that gut. Excuse my language. Sorry, I'm not trying to say the MF no more. My apologies. That dude with that doggone Cambodia blew it for me, dog. Blew it. 100% blew it, dog. Hit the like button on your way in the door, by the way, man. I know everybody kind of creep in slow to these 8 a.m. live streams, man. I don't know how I got myself in a position of an 8 a.m. live stream. But, man, I couldn't stand them. Yeah. But it's also builds muscle. Clean booty, that Booty juice puts on muscle and cuts weight, dog. That's why they put it on them cows, man. So you can get that beef. You know what I mean? So they get the beef. It was the meat. Yeah. That's but I ain't going for that, dog. I'm not going for that why he looks like a side of beef. You know what I'm saying? He looked damn near bad. He looked dang near like just like them cows. Okay? I ain't all kind of muscular. I ain't trying to hear that. However, man, I am not a Canelo Alvarez hater, man. At all. I was an Oscar De La Hoya hater. But you cannot tell me that dude is better than Oscar De La Hoya. I do not buy that, man. Oscar De La Hoya fought way better competition. Way better competition. The dude would fight everybody, man, but he was just, you know what it is. He just got that funny way about him, dog. You know what I'm saying? If it's, Richard Moss said if it's legal, then do it. Man, I can't swing it, dog. I can't swing it. I'm about to swing it, though. No joke. I'm about to swing it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, dog. De La Hoya's resume. Hell yeah, man, dude, De La Hoya fought everybody. De La Hoya would get in there with anybody and everybody. That dude fought, except for only dude he didn't fight is Winky Wright. That's it. But when you fight Bernard Hopkins, yeah, that makes up for Winky Wright to me. Winky Wright, he fought god dang, man, what's his name again? Hopkins. He fought Trinidad, he fought Mosley, he fought Pernell Whitaker. That dude fought everybody, man. Big Ox said, don't give in, brother. Look, man. I got you, man. Hey, CB504 said, what up, Martin? Who do you think would win, Oscar or Canelo? Oscar. I'll take Oscar. Give me Oscar. I'll take Oscar. At 154, I'll take Oscar. Yeah, fought Ike Orte, fought Vargas. Canelo's a little bit bigger than him, but at 154, I'll take Oscar. Mike Biggs boxing in the building. What's going on, man? Hey, man, I need to talk to you though, man, about the trading of that currency. I remember you saying that before. I'll take Oscar on that, man. I'll take Oscar on Canelo. I mean, dude, look, for me, how Canelo Alvarez, they said, do you think Sweet Pea beat Oscar Fannon? A lot of people felt he lost. Man, yes, I think Oscar De La Hoya lost to Pernell Whitaker. And if Oscar De La Hoya if Oscar De La Hoya is ever honest, truly honest, he'll tell you he lost that fight. Man, you didn't lay a glove on him, man. Go back and look at the fight. Man, that man was swinging for the wind. Dude, he was swinging for the wind. He was swinging hard. I'll tell you that. He was swinging for the trees. He's swinging for swinging for the fences. He was swinging for the fences. Swinging and swinging and swinging and swinging and missing and missing and missing and missing. And he would, yeah, man, no, you missing, dog. You know what I'm saying? You missing. Freddie Jimenez said, you're crazy if you don't think all boxers use something. Hey, man, I don't know. Call me crazy. I think some guys are natural. Call me crazy, but I think some people are natural. But look, man, Canelo Alvarez is without a doubt one of the best fighters right now, though. I mean, dog, he's the best guy from 160. He's the best guy from 154 to 160, 168. I do believe that is fair to say about Canelo. I believe that's a fair statement, man. I do believe it's a fair statement. Deontay Wilder take pads? Man, I wish he would. I wish he would take some pads. Hey, if Deontay Wilder got on pads, I'd forgive everybody for PDs. I'll be a monster hypocrite for that one. I'll be the hypocrite of the year, bro. Hypocrite. I'll be the biggest hypocrite of all time with that one, man. Giovanni Walker said, are you live streaming the Canelo plant fight? Yeah, more than likely I am, yeah. Jose Rodriguez said, Vargas or Canelo? Oh, Canelo knockout. Are you talking about Fernando Vargas, another one of my favorite fighters? Fernando gets knocked out. Fernando a good fighter though, man. Fernando can fight, but nah, you gotta give me Canelo on that one, man. You gotta give me Canelo on that. Because Fernando got that Fernando chin funny, man. His chin is funny, but he's a good boxer, man. Big Ak. I can't keep saying your name, dog, because it seems like you just slipped a letter off of that, man. I disagree with you, brother. Not if dude on the juice. Yeah, you talking about, but Oscar De La Hoya will juice. Oscar De La Hoya ain't above that. He'll get on the juice. Just throw him on some juice. Everything equal, you know what I mean? Fred Jamin said, I didn't say that for nine. I don't know what you mean. You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me. I lost track of that, man. Hey, man, look, man, we got 182 people in the building. We only got 79 likes, man, or 193 people in the building, excuse me. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like. Hit the like, man. Hit the like. Canelo Alvarez or Terry Norris? I don't know enough about Terry Norris. I got to watch more Terry Norris. I'm going to tell you, there's some guys that I'm not as familiar with as I should be. I should be more familiar with these. I'm going to tell you the fighters that I should be more familiar with, and I actually need to sit down and watch these guys fight. Terry Norris, Michael Nunn, Meldrick Taylor, Mike McCallum, Julian Jackson, that guy, those guys, probably like those five guys. I've got to sit down and I've got to watch their careers because I don't really feel like I can speak intelligently enough about them because I didn't see their fights live. And I wasn't during that time frame. I was in school. I wasn't really into his boxing as much. I really got back into boxing with Pernell Whitaker. Like, that was a guy that was like, oh, okay. They were like, man, you got to see this Pernell Whitaker. You got to see Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker, Sweet Pea, Sweet Pea, Sweet Pea. So I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna go look at Sweet Pea. So when I looked at Sweet Pea, I was like, man, this boy right here, man. And I caught him a little bit late in his career, but I went back and I looked at a lot of stuff, and I'm like, look, man, and like Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., I got to look more at his fights, man. But I've seen enough of Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. to know, man, that dude really, really is an excellent fighter, man. And I think that they're like Canelo, Canelo's a good fighter, man, but, I don't think he's some historic level skill of fighter, dog. You know what I mean? I don't believe that, man. Polo Sports talks, he sleeps all of them. So you sound like, you sound like a fan. Polo Sports Entertainment said Canelo sleeps all of them. Man, really sleeps all of who? Man, he went the distance with Danny Jacobs, man. Gennady Golovkin twice, lost to Floyd Mayweather Jr. Went the distance with Austin Trout, went the distance on Erislandy Lara, and a lot of people think he lost the fight. Okay? You guys are on this thing with Canelo Alvarez with this Euro bum spree he just went on. Okay? Those big real fighters are not. Callum Smith is not a real top level fighter, man. There ain't no way a real top level fighter is going to go out like that guy went out. No way, dog. Billy Joe, those are UK championship level UK fighters. That's who they are. That's who he just got done beating, okay? I'm not going to say that they're low-class fighters. However, they are not world-class fighters, in my opinion. Not Billy Joe Saunders, and definitely not guys that are some like they're gonna wind up and even sniff the Hall of Fame. No, man, they're not like that, dude. Billy Joe Saunders is going to get, in my personal opinion, Billy Joe Saunders is going to go to sleep against Jermall Charlo. Go to sleep. He's going to be cute for some rounds. He's going to land some interesting little combos or whatever. But then when that pressure gets on him and that jab starts popping and he starts getting cracked, he's going to go away. Callum Smith is nothing special about that big ox. Got Herman Munster looking, man. Herman Munster ain't no boxer, dog. Okay? Rocky Fielding is straight up trash. Yaldemir is trash. And that's what you guys are, sleeping him? No. And I'm serious, man. I'm not necessarily buying that he's going to knock out Caleb Plant. If he does knock out Caleb Plant, okay, yeah, like for sure I'm not down on Nigel Benn. Like on the real, I ain't watched Nigel Benn. Nigel Benn or Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank was not into those dudes during their career, man. Xavier Martinez in the building. Oh, hold on a second. What he said, Fannon, what up? Can't read the chats? What do you mean? What up? Can't read the chats? You can't see the chats? What you mean? You can't read the chat? Yeah, I'm going to get into the chat for sure. Hey, man, we got 239 people in the building. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. While you're in here, man, hit that like button for me, man. Come on, man. I need my algorithms, man. I need the algorithmic love. Slick Rick the ruler in the building. Let's go. Yeah, I'll go through the chats. Fannon, what's good? Are we talking clam beauty raw? Ruiz and cinnamon. Love from Seattle. Shout out to Seattle. Yeah, that's what we talking about, dog. He said, Strilla said, you just not a big on the UK, Fannon, my man. No, Strilla. No, Strilla. They are not those level of fighters, man. Look at what they're doing in the ring. Watch what they're doing in the ring. Watch what happens to them when they run into Mexican fighters. Okay? It's very rare that a UK fighter actually pans out. Lennox Lewis I'm telling you, Lennox Lewis, Joe Calzaghe. Help me with another one. Lennox Lewis, Joe Calzaghe, Tyson Fury. Give me another one. Give me some more. That's three. We'll see what happens with Josh Taylor at 147. I'm telling you. We'll see what happens at 147. When I see Josh Taylor beat one of those top guys at 147, then I'll believe him. But I'm telling you, tomorrow afternoon, Jaron Ennis will mop that boy. OP, man, final prediction, Plant by decision. Let's go. Absolutely, man. Plant ain't winning. Preach it. Hey, man, boxing, man, USPR, boxing fan US Puerto Rico said, preach on it. Canelo, Royd, Fannon. Yeah, I know y'all don't like Canelo, but I'm going to be the voice of reason. Canelo, but I don't, as a person, Ricky, exactly. Yeah. What? Oh, yeah, yeah. Amir Khan? Exactly, that's my point. Amir Khan. Next one. Amir Khan was Amir Khan job. Amir Khan was Amir Khan job. Who's next? Ricky Hatton? Exactly. Head bouncing off of posts. Boing. Get out of here, dog. Frank Bruno, laid out. Who's next? Klitschko brothers are not British. They're Eastern European. Next. The Klitschko brothers are from the Ukraine, not from the UK. Okay? Don't try to pull no Ukrainians in here. Ukraine got some fighters. Ukraine got some fighters, dog. Ukraine got some fighters. About 4 of them. Okay? About 4. They got 4 of them. All right? 4 of them. Who's next? No. The Ukraine got some fighters. 4 of them. And 2 of them were brothers. So that don't really count. And the other two were trained by the same guy, the father of one of them. Okay? No. What about him, dude? But look, let's stop. Let's just stop. At your height, there are good fighters from the UK. Without a doubt. The best of the best of the best of you. The best of the best of the best are good. Dog, I guess you could say Carl Frampton might have, maybe Carl Frampton did a little something. Maybe little Carl Frampton. You know what I'm saying? Little Carl did a little something. But no, by and large, man, no, I'm not. Especially for the amount of crap you talk. You guys talk a lot of crap to be losing a lot. Okay? And honestly, dude, none of you reached the top 10 of Americans. None of them. There is not a single UK fighter that is in the top 20 fighters all time. Not a single solitary one of them. And tell me I'm lying about that. Man, I was just watching this prospect. Out of, what's that boy's name, man? I was watching Shakur Stevenson. And dude, Shakur Stevenson's a boxing head, man. A boxing head, man. And he was talking about this guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but a kid that had the same, like a similar style. It was like a southpaw type Sean Porter. And I was like, man, here's another one, man. Another very, very solid fighter, man. Coming out, man. Mikhail Kessler was a hype job. Look, we don't have to do anything. You saw what Andre Ward did to all of them dudes. Andre Ward, but Mikhail Kessler's not. I think Mikhail Kessler's like Danish or something like that. Lennox Lewis is a top 10 heavyweight of all time. He's not a top 10 fighter of all time in Ian Campbell. I said top 20 of all time fighters, which means you got to pull in guys like Sugar Ray Robinson. You got to pull in guys like Archie Moore. You got to pull in guys like Henry Armstrong. You got to pull in guys like I'm talking about all the fighters. Floyd Mayweather Jr., Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, all of those. I'm talking about all of them. All of the fighters. Lennox Lewis, to me, may be a top 10 heavyweight. Maybe a top 10 heavyweight. Maybe. I don't know. Recent, for sure. I don't know, top 10, dog. I don't know. Robert Jaramillo, man, showing support for the channel, man. Thank you so much, man. He said, great morning, T4P. Caleb is not Floyd. No chance for Plant. Plant is going to feel pain tomorrow, my friend. Look, hey, he better not get too crazy with it. He better not get too crazy. You know I always going to counter a little bit. Get a little counter. Yeah, Caleb's probably going to get beat tomorrow. Caleb's probably going to get beat tomorrow. That's where I would put it, dude. Lewis, but he's not a top 10. Look, first of all, he didn't even learn to box in the UK. So you guys throwing over to giving them dudes Lennox Lewis is mighty suspect. Lennox Lewis was born in the UK. And then he moved to Canada when he's like 9 years old. And he started boxing in Canada, man. He didn't start boxing in the UK. If he had started boxing in the UK, he'd have been trash. I'm not saying they don't have talent. They got talent in the UK. They've got a lot of talent. Very talented fighters, for sure. A lot of those guys are talented. But you know what they do? Tyson Fury had to go over there to Detroit to figure out, hey, how can I beat Deontay Wilder? So they go to Detroit for that. I'm not talking, it's not just the talent. They got talent. They just don't have the training, I don't think. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep snatching Buddy McGirt. Like snatching Buddy McGirt, they snatch American trainers, Emmanuel Stewart. They snatch all the American, they keep hiring American trainers. If their boxing culture was that good, they wouldn't keep hiring American trainers. Americans would go there to train. That's how that works, man. And that's why I'm saying, man, it's just no, dog, no. He said, Copper Aborigine said, Lennox came to Detroit to learn the science of boxing from Crunk. Yeah, he's a Crunk fighter. Matter of fact, dog, Tyson Fury's a Crunk fighter. He's a Crunk fighter. I mean, I ain't giving y'all that, dog. I'm not giving that. You can't come over here to the United States and get cheat sheets and then claim, dog, then claim it over there. But y'all do have great boxing fans. I love boxing fans over there, dog. And honestly, even the guys over there that troll are nowhere near as obnoxious as the boxing fans in America. We got straight up racist boxing fans here. Y'all just got guys that are generally jackasses to everybody, which is a significant difference. You know what I'm saying? Capital M. Stop. Crawford not close to Canelo. You're nuts, Capital M. I'm glad you brought that up. You're nuts. You're nuts. If you don't, what about Canelo? And I really want to know. I really want to know this, Capital M. I've been waiting to start this fight. You're nuts. What? What? No, I'm telling you. Why are you crazy? Because Canelo Alvarez lost to Erislandy Lara. He lost to Erislandy Lara, bro. He got a draw with Gennady Golovkin, homie. He lost to Floyd Mayweather Jr., an old Floyd Mayweather Jr., man. Do not act like that dude's some undefeated fighter that ain't never been touched, homie. Resume what? Yeah, I just talked about the resume. He got losses. Canelo Alvarez has been beaten. Canelo Alvarez has been given that business in a boxing ring by Erislandy Lara. You go back and watch Erislandy Lara fight Canelo Alvarez, man. You're nuts if you don't think that Terence Crawford is at the very least on the level of Canelo Alvarez. You believe in that hype job, man. That's you falling for that hype. Resume what? Exactly. Resume. Exactly. Explain away that loss to Floyd Mayweather Jr. I'm waiting. Explain that loss to a blown up lightweight. Explain it to me. I can't wait to hear it. A blown up lightweight. Blown up lightweight. How did he lose that, man? How did he lose that? He had 40 fights. He had been a champion. He had 6 title defenses, 40 fights. And he lost to a blown up super featherweight. Get out of here with that, dog. I'll talk about the resume if you want me to talk about the resume. And then he got a draw with an overrated Eastern European that is slow as molasses in Gennady Golovkin. Terence Crawford ain't come close to nothing like that happening to him. Not even come close. Not come close. You ain't never seen anybody outclass Terence Crawford. You ain't seen it yet. I've seen Canelo Alvarez completely outclassed and got outclassed worse than Marcos Maidana did. Marcos Maidana had a better fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. than Canelo Alvarez did. And you guys sit on that excuse after excuse after excuse. Oh, he was young. He had 40 fights. Oh, he was just so early in his career. 40 fights? How is 40 fights early in anybody's career with 40 fights? Get out of here. And he get beat by the same guy today. Same situation. You could bring him back with everything he knows back to that scenario and he would lose again. Sorry, dog. Canelo Alvarez there's on tape examples of Canelo Alvarez getting schooled. Erislandy Lara schooled him. Floyd Mayweather Jr. schooled him. Austin Trout fought that dude even money with the exception of a knockdown. So stop it. And he ain't never fought anybody like that since. Anyway, Arce Boxing Life said, good salute, good brother. Regis is Gervonta next opponent. That'll be a good fight. Bomb Squad, hey man, nah, more than likely ain't never gonna fight him. Much love in that super chat. Most likely he's never gonna fight him. Most likely, capital M. He fought a bunch of guys he beat. That's how. That's who he fought. He fought a bunch of dudes he beat. That's who he fought. A bunch of guys he beat. Anyway, Canelo versus Plants reminds me of how little chance they gave thought to being washed up. Holyfield versus Tyson. Plant still fresh. Yeah, but Plant gonna get beat. Much love in that super chat. I'm not underestimating. See, unlike you, sir, I'm not underestimating Canelo Alvarez. I'm not underestimating Canelo at all. I know Canelo Alvarez is a very, very, very good. Is he better today than he is 23? No, I don't think he is. He's more experienced. He's more experienced. He's more experienced. He got whitewashed. Dude, Richard Mass, he got whitewashed. He got whitewashed at 23. That wasn't a close fight at 23. He got whitewashed at 23. Whitewashed. It's not like, oh, what would happen if, oh man, if they fought today, you know, it was a close fight. He would no, he got beat. He got beat from pillar to post, man. One of the easiest fight Floyd made with. No, it wouldn't change, man. No. He fights in a style, man. He has a style. He has a style. Canelo Alvarez has a style. I'm telling you, that style is going to have problems with fighters with very good footwork that can get in and out on him, because Canelo Alvarez is a plotter. He's plodding forward. If you have a guy that can cover the ring and you can beat Canelo, and that's what you saw with Erislandy Lara. That's what you saw with Erislandy Lara. That's what you saw with Austin Trout. And that is what you saw. And the advantage that he has against these bigger guys is because they're slower. They're slower than he is. But if he gets a guy that's bigger than him that is fast, has fast feet, and is moving, they can do the same thing. They can do the same thing to Canelo. But look what I'm doing. Unlike you, I'm not taking a box rec look at it. You guys, look, man, up your game, all right? Let me help you something. Hit the like button, man. We got a thin chat this morning, man. Hit the like button, man, on your way. Look, man, we got 285 people, almost 300 people in the building. We got 144 likes, man. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, man. Look, man, I'm not doing what you guys is doing, what some of you guys are doing. I'm not making a box rec argument. You guys want to always go to the box rec and look at box rec and say, oh, look at it's like this cornball. And I'm still going to call you a Mr. Librarian, or still a cornball. Man, thanks for the support in the super chat, making the channel go, man. Maurice Baldwin say, will the emergence of Boots force Bud versus Arrow now? Nah, I don't think so. He's not much love in the super chat, man. Yeah, oh yeah, it's Rowdy in here. Yeah, I'm going to get Rowdy today. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Boots is going to force one of those guys to fight him. One of the two going to have to fight him if they keep with those belts, because he's going to be a mandatory. And also, I think Showtime, I think the big thing with Maurice, with Jaron Ennis, is Steven Espinoza. Because I was reading, like, somebody said, like, this dude was kind of hating on, because they don't like the fact that the PBC got, that there's another fighter like that, and they're holding on, certain media people, Kevin Iole specifically, are hoping, or no, was it Keith Idec? He's either Keith Idec, or was, in respect to Keith Idec, respect to Kevin Iole, I ain't trying to beef with any type of media guys. But they were talking about how the problem with Jaron Ennis's career is going to be that he is not signed with Al Heyman, and eventually that's going to hold up his career if he does not sign with Al Heyman. And my thought is that would be dependent upon whether or not he can get in. He has a good relationship with Steven Espinoza. If Jaron Ennis has a good relationship with Steven Espinoza, and Steven Espinoza believes in his career, then I think that those guys eventually will get into a position where they're going to have to fight Boots, because Steven Espinoza will start featuring him on Showtime, giving him his own cards and all that stuff. And when his numbers get good, there's pretty much no way that they're going to get out of that. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's anything that's going to happen in the short term, because I don't think it's going to happen in the short term because those guys are locked and loaded on each other, man. But anyway, and thank you for supporting the channel and the super chat, man. That means a lot. Thank you very, very much, man. Thank you. Tiger Stripe, Canelo ain't unbeaten since Floyd got whooped. Ain't unbeaten since Floyd got he got whooped by GGG. Yeah, I think he won that fight. But it was close fights, which is why I'm telling you, man, don't act like this dude is undefeatable. I think he won the fight. I do. I think he beat Gennady Golovkin in the first and the second. However, they were good fights, man. They were close fights. Very good, very close fights against an old fighter. And he's gotten beat by two old guys just by outthinking him or thinking with him. You know what I mean? So Canelo's record shows unbeaten since Floyd, and that record is questionable. What you mean? It doesn't. No, I don't say unbeaten. What was questionable about? They making excuses for Canelo. I don't make it. Look, dude, I ain't never. Capital M Crawford's. Look, man, this is what I'm telling you, Capital M. Why don't you talk and look in the ring at what they do? Look at what they do in the ring. Canelo Alvarez resume was weak until what? 40 fights in. Record was weak 40 fights in. 40 fights in. He didn't beat it 40 fights in before he fought somebody. And then a sudden, he fights somebody and he beats him. Look at what the guys do in the ring. I don't care about your box rec arguments, dog. I'm looking at what happens in the ring. Why don't you? It's like, you know what that's like? That's like being a financial like saying you're a financial analyst. Like I'm a financial analyst, but you can never predict what the stock's going to do in the future. All you can ever do is tell me what happened in the past. Look, man, I'm trying to figure out how to invest my money. What do you think this stock is going to do next year? You would have to look at the market and say, oh, well, their product is this, and the market for this product that they sell is increasing by this much. They have one of the top. You'd have to actually look at what the company is doing in order to say and predict what they're going to do in the future. It wouldn't do you any good to say, oh, well, look at their stock price. It sucked last year. Yeah, it sucked last year, but what's it going to do next year? You just keep toes. That's what you got to be able to think, man. That's why you guys talking about Jerron. You'll never see the next great. You will never. Everybody talking about Jerron is like, oh, yo, look at his resume. Who has he fought? Look at his resume. That's the bum ass argument you guys always fall on. Look at his resume. Who is he beating? Look at the resume. Who is he beating? Dude, that is not what matchmakers do. Matchmakers, the guys that make a living off of matching up fighters, and they absolutely have to know, do not do that. They go to the gym and they watch the guy fight and they say, oh, that guy's overhand right is going to catch that guy because that guy's weakness is this. This guy's strength is that. This guy's strength is going to play into his weakness. Do not make that fight. They don't sit there and read box rec and say, oh yeah, no problem. Throw your Danis Ugas in with Jerron Ennis because Jerron Ennis hasn't beaten anybody yet. It's just a stupid argument, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a stupid argument. And I'm sorry, I got to go in on you, not because I dislike you, but because you're not using, that's not an analytical argument. That's just some, oh, let me look at Rob Box Rec and make an argument about who's going to win this. And dude, that don't work. Ali, if you just looked at Box Rec and you just look at their record. Oh, Ali is going to get killed by George Foreman. He's going to get killed. Ali lost to Frazier. Ali lost to Norton. And Holmes and Foreman knocked them both out. And then you go put $1 million and you wake up in the morning and Ali done stopped the guy because you didn't look at the differences between Ali and Frazier. Ali is 6'3" and fights from the outside. He's the same height. Ali is not a come forward fighter, so he's not going to be walking into anything that George Foreman got. Ken Norton is a come forward fighter. Frazier is a come forward fighter, and George Foreman is a fucking brick. And they're going to run right into that brick and get knocked out. But Ali is not like that. You're going to have Foreman go at him. You're going to have George Foreman go at him, and George Foreman ain't going to be able to get him because he's going to move on him. And on top of it, he's strong and can take a punch. Dog, y'all got to think about boxing, dog. We ain't rookies around this mug, man. Don't come with your rookie arguments. I'm telling you. You guys come with that rookie stuff, man. This is real time. This is big time over here, man. I'm telling you. I don't care what you got to say. This big time boxing analysis over here. Yeah, it is. I've been studying. Antoine Johnson said, what do you think about Canelo dropping a dime on Garcia? He said that Garcia is not taking boxing seriously. Much love in that super chat, man. Thank you so much for your support because that's what makes the channel work. Thank you, brother. But what do I think of it? I think he's trying to encourage the kid. And that's it. I think he's trying to encourage him. Trying to put a little fire underneath him and say, look, man, he just needs to get more dedicated to the sport. You need to get in there, man. Whatever problems you got on your dome piece, you got to get in there and do the best you can. Similarly, I will tell you somebody like people took a lot of offense at something Andre Ward did. And I had a feeling that when Andre Ward said to Deontay Wilder, look, man, you got past that one, leave that dude alone. You got past that, leave that dude alone. And then you looked at what Andre Ward's facial expression looked like in the third fight when Deontay Wilder got knocked out. I'm telling you, Andre Ward was really trying to do Deontay Wilder a favor by telling him the truth, told him what he really believed. You may want to leave that dude alone, man. You may want to leave that dude alone. That's always going to be a hard fight for you. Fight somebody else. I don't think he was hating on Deontay Wilder or anything like that. I really think that that's what Canelo Alvarez was doing with Ryan Garcia. Like, look, man, if you don't get your act together, dude, and get better, you're not going to make it, dog. These other guys are some vicious-ass dudes out here, man. You know what I mean? And you got to be completely dedicated to the game, dude, like Shakur Stevenson is. Much love in that super chat. Let me give you another gong, man. Thank you. And I see Deborah in the building. All about, yeah, exactly, man. Deborah Booker in that super chat. Much love in that super chat. Thank you so much, man. Yeah. Ain't no rookies over here. Exactly. Richard, much love, Deborah. Thank you so much for your support. Look, man, ain't no rookies over here. I'm telling you. If I say a fighter is going to beat another fighter, that's because of what I see in the ring. Not because of what I see in their record, dude. It's just, I'm sorry. Yeah, and you guys just fall for them sucker ducks too much. And you always, and that's why you guys suck. I'm serious, man. You guys never see upcut. And I'm telling you that because you never see upsets. Never. And you're always super extreme. Like either a guy, he's going to blow this guy out. He's going to knock this guy out. He's going to destroy this guy. Canelo's going to destroy everybody in boxing. Nobody can last a second in the ring with Canelo Alvarez. Dog, you are not mature. Okay? You're not mature. You're not thinking your way through that, bro. All you're doing, letting the attention go to his head. Yeah, or look, man, he may have to sit down, man. I mean, shit, that's a lot of pressure. Ryan Garcia under a lot of pressure, dog. Exactly. Andre Ward did give his advice to Deontay, but Deontay didn't want, and nor should Deontay should have. Because Deontay Wilder is about probably $80 million richer because he didn't listen. Hey, all I'm saying about that is he wasn't hating. He wasn't hating. However, Deontay Wilder did the right thing by fighting him. He got more respect by fighting him than he would have gotten not fighting him. And he got about $80 million, dog. And one of those fights is more money than Andre Ward made in his whole career. You know what I mean? You ain't going to see, if Deontay Wilder is good with his money, you're not going to see Deontay working a color commentary job. You know, not that Andre Ward, you know, I know Andre Ward probably gets good bank for that. I love Andre Ward as a fighter, though, man. Love Andre Ward as a fighter. And honestly, man, think he's great as a person. All of that beef that dude gets, man, I just, you know, I ain't signing up for all of that, man. I like that dude, man. I'll disagree with him, though. You know, what did you say? Somebody. Vic Perez, did you say Wilder will beat Fury in the third fight? Nope. I did not. I never said Deontay Wilder was going to beat Tyson Fury ever. Thank you, Vic Perez. I never said it. Can somebody answer that question for me, please? As I know people are in this chat on a regular basis. Please answer the question for this guy, whether or not I ever said Deontay Wilder was going to beat Tyson Fury. Never said it. I said I wanted him to, and I do. I still want him to. Still want him to. That's called being a fan. But when I looked at the fight, I was like, that dude can fight his ass off. He can. And he's dirty as shit. And you said you don't know? Exactly. I don't know. All the time. Never said it. Never committed on nothing. I said, I hope he won. Dude, I will tell you, man, you got to understand who I am. I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to tell you. I want him to win. And you guys tried to get me. Oh, is he going to win? Tell me what round. No, I'm not. Why would I do that? I support Deontay Wilder. I want Deontay Wilder to win. He's the American champion. I love him. Love the dude. One of my favorite fighters ever. Super exciting fighter. Made boxing exciting. Probably the dude single-handedly responsible for boxing being exciting for the last couple years. The dude has been exciting every fight that I've seen. I'm on the edge every second of every one of his fights. That is a fighter, bro. That is a fighter. That's what you want a fighter to do as a fight fan. You want a guy that's going to keep you on your edge of your seat the entire fight. Not where you're like, let me go. Hold on. Round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5. Let me go to the bathroom. Tell me what happens. That type of crap. I ain't trying to watch. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. And funny enough, that's what everybody says they want until it's somebody like Deontay Wilder giving it to him. And then all of a sudden, he don't have any skills. Yeah. Hey, Robert Yaramillo, man, showing that love in that super chat, man. Thank you, man. He said, I think everybody can be beaten on any given Sunday. Canelo can and has been beat, facts, but his willingness to learn and his experience plus X factor, his power makes him hard as hell to beat. Now, that ain't no lie. I ain't say he's easy money, did I? Never said he was easy money. Ain't no easy money with Canelo. Canelo's a great fighter. See, I can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. Canelo's a great fighter. But as far as Terence Crawford goes, Terence Crawford, if he's the same size as Canelo Alvarez, is going to beat Canelo. I mean, on the real, ain't no doubt in my mind that if anybody the same size as Terence Crawford fights Canelo Alvarez is going to lose that fight, man. Going to lose it. Terence Crawford is got excellent conditioning. His power carries from round 1 to round 12. You are not pot-shotting him. He fights in the southpaw stance. He fights in the orthodox stance. All of the above, brother. If Canelo Alvarez fought a guy the same size, if Terence Crawford could fight at 168 pounds, Terence Crawford is going to beat Canelo Alvarez. And from a stylistic standpoint, he's going to beat that guy. I'm telling you, he's got multiple things that he can do, and he's way more athletic. Way more athletic. Even at the age 33, the athletic difference, the chance that Canelo Alvarez has, and here's another thing. Canelo ain't going to walk him down and wear him out to the body. I don't think he's going to do it. Because he ain't no Southpaw. I don't see it. But maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I think it'd be a good fight, but Vic Perez said, me too, I wanted Wilder to win. Yeah, you want him to win, you root for him, and that's what's up. And he don't owe us anything more than that. You know what I'm saying? And dude, on the real, look, man, if people were being completely honest and you put them on that truth serum, a whole lot of people that supported Deontay Wilder would be like, yeah, I'm not, I wanted him to win. And we're talking it into existence type of talk. You know what I mean? And that's cool. Because he got his $40 million. Got his $40 million. At least on paper, he got his $40 million. Who knows what he got actually, man? Look, man, we got 300 people in the building. It's a slim chat. It's a slim chat this morning. Man, let's get the likes up, man. There's only 193 likes, man. There could be 300 likes in the building. Jose Menez Montano said, this dude judging Crawford against who exactly? Dude, I'm listening to you, idiot. Idiot. Look, idiot. Talk to me. I just explained to you, bozo. I'm judging Terence Crawford based on Terence Crawford and everybody Terence Crawford's fought. The 20 or so fights I've seen with Terence Crawford. That's what I'm basing it off on. I'm basing it off on 20 fights I've seen him fight. I'm basing it off of over 20 fights I've seen at Canelo's. Dude, who is Canelo fighting, man? You act like Canelo beating world beaters or something. You think because he beat Callum Smith and beat Billy Joe Saunders? Dog, they ain't Terence Crawford. They're not Terence Crawford. And he lost. And I'm going to tell you who else I'm judging off of. I'm judging it off that Erislandy Lara fight. And I'm judging it off that Austin Trout fight. And I'm judging it off that Danny Garcia fight. And I'm judging it off of that Gennady Golovkin 1 fight. You know all the fights that Canelo Alvarez had a lot of problems in? You know all the problems he's had in the ring? Those fights, that's what I'm judging it off of. Fahim Sator said guilty. Yeah, I know it. Whole bunch of dudes guilty of that. But ain't nothing wrong with it. That's who I'm judging it against, man. Chop Money said, what's good? What's good, broski? What you think of Ennis Thurman fight? I would love it, man. First, I think that's a fight that Jerron Ennis is going to go the distance. And we'll see a lot out of him, man. He never fought Danny Garcia. I never said he fought Danny Garcia. I say he fought Danny Garcia. Did I see not Danny Garcia, Danny Jacobs. Thank you. He fought Daniel Jacobs. Now, do you feel better? Because I said Jacobs instead of I said Garcia instead of Jacobs. I'm judging off the Danny Jacobs fight. Did you miss it? Now what he's got to say. Man, y'all be trying. See, that's when you know you be bopping cats. Because you try to get cheap points. Oh my God, he never fought Daniel Jacobs. He never fought Danny Garcia. He never fought Daniel Garcia. Oh God, what is this guy talking about? Oh, Daniel Jacobs, excuse me. You've never misspoken. Look, man, we got 323 people in the building, man. Hit the like button, get it over 200, please. Get it. Let's try to get him to 300, man. My man, Daniel Jacobs alone surprised everyone. Crawford has surpassed everyone he's fought. Yeah, you're making that weak ass argument again. I don't care. So what? So what? And that's not even true. First of all, that ain't true. But so what? They didn't beat Canelo. They didn't beat Crawford. They didn't beat him. I'm telling you, that is a weak ass argument, homie. Well, oh my God, he's beat everybody. Dude, they're not even in the same weight class. So how would you know? You're doing pound for pound evaluations between guys at 154 and 135. Yuriorkis Gamboa is every bit as good a fighter as Daniel Jacobs. How about that? You're doing pound for pound comparisons with guys that ain't even in the same weight, with guys not in the same weight class. How do you know? Why would you say that Daniel Jacobs is any better than Ricky Burns? I don't think he is. Ricky Burns could fight. Ray Beltran at 135 pounds. Ray Beltran could fight. Why is Ray Beltran any different than Danny Jacobs? Oh, let's talk about that for an hour and a half. I guarantee you ain't never done that analysis. You ain't never actually looked at Ricky Burns and did a side-by-side comparison of Ricky Burns, Yuriorkis Gamboa, Erislandy Lara, and Daniel Jacobs. All you doing is going to boxrec.com and looking at their wins and loss totals. Dude, there's a whole bunch of guys with a lot of wins against a lot of nobodies, okay? And a lot of guys that losses, that when they get and they develop through their career, become better fighters. Manny Pacquiao got 6 losses. But anyway, like I said, Terence Crawford ain't losing. Here's this. How about this? You think Terence Crawford is going to lose against Gary Russell Jr.? You believe that? Because that's what happened to Canelo. Canelo lost to a guy that started his career at 130 and moved up and beat him at 154 and snatched his belts. He got his belt snatched by a blown up 130-pound fighter. Canelo. Ain't no way on this planet that he is moving up and beating Bernard Hopkins. If you all think Floyd Mayweather Jr. is going to move up and beat Bernard Hopkins, man, you guys better stop sniffing that nonsense. All right, you better stop sniffing. Y'all got to leave that fentanyl alone. You know what they say? All these old heroin dudes are now saying, look, man, we need heroin back. This fentanyl killing people. You need to leave that. You need to leave that alone, dog. Don't act. See, y'all forget he got beat by a dude that started his career at 130. You want to put Mayweather. He's a 130 pounder, dog. Okay. And the other guys that he beat were not world beaters at 100. He wasn't running around beating a bunch of guys at 154 and 160. But he saw something in Canelo that said, let me take this dude's belt. Let me snatch his boy's chain. And took it right off his chest. And y'all was confident he could beat him. Confident, or he wouldn't have taken the fight. Stop. He already lost. That's what I'm judging it on. Oh, but look, they don't even judge it. I'm telling you, man, he's better than that. I'm telling you. I'm going to stay by that. I'm staying by that. If Bud was 150, if Bud was the same size as Canelo, Bud is whooping Canelo. And I would take that money. I would put money on that, dog. Snatch his chain. Give me your chain. Give me your chain, compadre. That's what he said, too. He said in the ring, hey, compadre, bah, right in his mouth. Sucker punching him, too. Just sucker punching him. Just all in his mouth. Stop. You know what I mean? Stop. Canelo never lost to trash cans as well. No, he never lost to no trash. But he fought a lot of trash cans. But Terence Crawford ain't never lost to no trash can. Terence Crawford ain't never lost. Man, I wish you would be. I can't believe this. Bird in the Box, you better be listening to this. All that crap, man. Look, I know you ain't listening. See how it works? Call me a Terence Crawford hater all the time, dog. Annoy the shit out of me, bro. I be defending Terence Crawford 99% of the time. But y'all want to call me a Terence Crawford hater. You hear me? Y'all hear me on this? Y'all need to hear me on this. I'm telling you. I get called a Terence Crawford. I get called a Terence Crawford hater. I'm out here repping Terence. Anyway, Robert Yaramillo, man, supporting that chat, man. Thank you so much, man. He said, do you believe Porter is Bud's toughest fight to date? If so, what happens if he loses? Oh, yeah, it's definitely his toughest fight to date. And if he loses, he lost. If he loses, he lost. And that style wasn't good for him. If he loses, it's a style thing. And it wasn't right. He performed. It was that night. It was his time to lose. That's all I can say. I don't see it happening, though. I can't wait for the fight, though. Can't wait for the fight, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. XLB Fernandez said, who do you have winning tomorrow? Canelo. I got Canelo winning. Unanimous decision. Canelo by unanimous decision. I don't see no 8-9 round stoppage out of Caleb Plant. I think Caleb Plant is coming with it, dog. I think Caleb Plant is going to come with it, dog. And I think he's going to cause this man some problems that people don't expect. I like Caleb Plant's mindset. I like his mindset. If he gets bopped out like that, though, hey, man, shout out to Canelo, and he deserves credit for that. Because it's a better fight than these guys are saying. So if Canelo Alvarez knocks him out, dude, that's very impressive. It's an impressive win for me with Canelo. It would be a Knesset. It'll be an impressive. I say Knesset. An impressive win, man. Where'd that go, man? Hey, Adi Asagar said, Fannon, you hilarious, big bro. He lose, he lost. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then we'll move on. You know what I'm saying? If he loses, he lost. What can I say? I think Canelo gonna win the fight. You know what I mean? But he said Jamal Smith said Bud never vacated his belts. No, he never vacated his belts. Yeah, he did. That's not true. Yeah, he did. He absolutely vacated his belt. He vacated he gave that IBF belt back in like a half an hour. Take it back. But then he never fought at the weight class again, and he moved up. But he did give it up, though. He vacated the IBF. Strictly speaking, he vacated the IBF. But then, several months later, he moved up to 140, man. Richard Medina said, Canelo is going to win, but I'm putting my money on Plant. If he wins, I don't understand that, dog. If he wins, I win 1,000 for every 100 I put down. Yeah. I'm keeping my $100 in the pocket. I'm gonna tell you who I would vote. I would bet on though. I'll put $100 on Alexander Usyk. I'll put some money on Alexander Usyk. Because I have a sneaking suspicion, bro. Tyson Fury don't really like short fighters. He don't like short fighters. He don't like short fighters and he don't like southpaws. I think taller fighters are easier for Terence for Tyson Fury. So on the Usyk, I'll put some money down on Usyk. I'll be willing to lose that money on Usyk. If he beats him, I'll be willing to put that money on him. I ain't putting no money on Dillian White, though. Not a chance, because I'm not putting myself in a situation having to cheer for that dude. My man, Boogie9 said, Tank versus Cruz is better than Raleigh. Much love in that super chat. I don't know, man. I mean, they're both what and what, man. They're what and what. They're but both what and what. But more than likely, Isak gonna get ran through, man. I don't see it. I mean, they're both kind of stay busy fights. I'm liking to see the fight because I like to see Tank fight. You know what I mean? Ricardo Medina said he gave up his undisputed to move up. Not quite. Not quite. In practicality, Ricardo, yes, but not quite. See, the IBF, he gave up the IBF first. And then he moved up. Then, after a little bit of time passed, then he moved up. But he actually gave it back because he actually gave it back. At least that's the way I recall it. But he wound up moving up, so it's a distinction without a difference. He ain't never dug in. But, hey, dude, he didn't want this fight, though. What'd he say? He said, Mo City Miss Fannon, Bud not losing to no YouTuber. Nah, who would be losing to a Canelo ain't losing no YouTuber. Man, I have to please don't. Man, I can't stand that Jake Paul crap. I can't stand them fixed fights. Let me say, if he beats Tommy Fury, if that ain't just nonsense, man, come on, man. New York Rican in the bill said, what up, Fannon? Who do you think has more to lose in a loss, Canelo or Bud? Probably Canelo. Probably Canelo. I would think Canelo. Because Canelo gonna lose a lot if he loses to him. Sean Porter is a competitive fight. That's a competitive fight, man. Between Sean Porter and Terence Crawford. I don't think if it's a good fight, Terence Crawford doesn't lose anything. If Terence Crawford loses, then, of course he's going to lose. He's going to drop further down in the pound for pound list because they got this dude at like number 4 now. So, in that regard, he'll lose the Errol Spence Jr. fight, right? All of that. But still, he'll get more shots at the championship and, he'll come back. Canelo Alvarez, if he loses to Caleb Plant, that a lot of money falls off the table. Hundreds of millions of dollars fall off the table. But then again, Canelo got a lot of dough. So, it's what and what, man. You know what I mean? All the real fighters on PBC. I wish they'd get there. I really do wish they'd get there. Hurry up and get there. Hey, man, we got 341 people in the building, man. Hit the like button. We got hit the like button, man. Bud not kid. What is it? Hey, S. Money in the building, man. Much love in that super chat, man. Thank you for the support, brother. He said, salute Fannon. Keep up the great work. We love talking boxing with you. We appreciate what you bring to the table. Thank you, S. Money. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you so much, sir. Thank you. Because I enjoy talking boxing with you guys. It's fun, man. It's really, really, really fun. Capital M. Hey, look, by the way, man, shout out to Capital M. I appreciate you coming back with this. If I got on you a little bit, man, you know what it is. It's just the boxing talk. I get amped sometimes. This is his last fight with Top Rank. Let's see if he leaves or sign again for the third time. No, he's leaving. They're not re-signing him. Capital M. They already said they're not re-signing him. They're not re-signing him. That's out of Bob Arum's mouth. Bob Arum said he's not re-signing him to a multi-fight deal. He said they'll do a fight-by-fight deal with Terence Crawford. That's because I think that I don't know why, but probably trying to save up some of that guaranteed money for the younger prospects coming up. They can't have two great black fighters at the same time. So Shakur about to take that Terence Crawford contract about to get jumped over to Shakur. I think that Sean Porter's a YouTuber. Oh man, come on, man. Yeah, y'all hate, man. You mean like that? How you gonna do him like that, dog? Yeah, he got a YouTube channel. He's got a YouTube channel. He ain't no YouTuber. That ain't like his main. That's not what he does. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, that may be what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate to break it to you, but this is where TV is going, homie. This here is where TV is going, man. I'm telling you, this is where boxing journalism is at this point in time. Rip Jones in that building, man. What's going on, man? Much love in that super chat. Says smash the like button. Good morning. Absolutely, man. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Yeah, they dogging them, dog, like that. You dogging them when you do that, dog. You know what I mean? You dogging them when you do that. That's just not fair, man. Calling that man a YouTuber, man. He ain't a YouTuber. Like labeling him a YouTuber, bro, that ain't right, man. You call me a YouTuber, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Call me a YouTuber, but you still calling me something. Nice to see you. Ain't nobody calling you to talk about boxing. So how about you kick rocks about me? I love the fact that I get a lot of people talking to me about boxing. Jay Leo said, SP a dog, Bud about to be in a war. No doubt, man. No doubt, man. Jose, by my man Jose again, man. I like Jose, man. If Crawford knocks out Porter, then I'll be impressed to put him at number 2 pound for pound, and I would favor him over Errol. If he knocks out Sean Porter, there ain't no reason not to have him. First of all, he's number 1 now. Okay? You got a lot lower threshold for Canelo, man. Okay? You got a low threshold for Canelo compared to Terence. Terence got to jump over the fucking moon in order to get where he already is. Like, why in the world? And I'm saying, man, I like that. You got a high threshold. Who's number 2? I mean, seriously. Who is number 2? Who's number 2? Who? Like, who? I don't get it. Who's number 2? If Terence Crawford ain't number 2. Y'all shame, dog. Omar Weaver said, yeah, Fannon, you're an influencer. Thank you very much, man. I'm a boxing influencer. Micro-influencer. What they call it is a micro influencer. Much love in the super chat, man. I'm what you call a micro influencer, man. That's why these cats be hating. Dr. Face said Pitbull Cruz is number 2 pound for pound, man. Ain't that about a bitch? Look, man. Terence Crawford more than likely is going to beat Sean Porter. If he don't beat Sean Porter, and if he wins him in a war, I'm going to like him even more. And here's how y'all going to do Terence, man. If he's in a war, then y'all going to try to take something away from him. Because he's in a war with Sean Porter, who gives everybody a war. And that's a stacked division. Canelo ain't ever even been in a stacked division before. Never, ever. And matter of fact, I don't think Canelo Alvarez has ever fought the best dude in his division. Except for 160 with Gennady. I think he did at 160. But he didn't fight the best fighter at 154. The best fighter at 154. He ain't beat the best fighter at 168. That's David Benavidez, in my opinion. And he ain't beat the best fighter at 175. So, you know, we can play all kind of games with people's resumes. You know what I'm saying? When you don't want to actually look and say, you know what? Canelo kind of slow-footed. A little bit slow-footed. Like, he plods behind the guy. He also lays up against the ropes a lot. He also has a tendency to lay up against the ropes so that a guy will come forward at him. And not everybody's going to fall for that, man. You know what I mean? Canelo got some old man game about him. But that's when you a great fighter. He's a fighter, man. Jose said Benavidez in 4 years will be the best at 168. I can agree with that. Benavidez is the best 168 right now. Nobody beating him at 168. Dude, Canelo and him, for me, that's even money, man. That's even money, bro. Canelo and Benavidez, I may favor Canelo. I may favor Canelo. Padre say YouTube equals money. Sometimes it does. You know what I'm saying? It also equals a lot of bull, a lot of stress, and a lot of cats that want to hate on you for just because they hate you because they ain't you. You know what I mean? And I had to get over people stealing content. God, dog, there's some fucking thieves. Like, man, when you get an original idea, I swear to God, if people steal one more thing from Boxing Ego, like, dude, man, if I was Boxing Ego, I don't know. I don't like commenting. If I was Boxing Ego, I'd be mad all the time, dog. Like, man, every time I'm telling you, the Boxing Ego, every time that man makes a shift, because I still watch his videos. I don't watch a lot of people's videos, but I'll watch his. And he's a very creative dude. Very creative dude. Every time he makes a change, dog, I'm telling you, cats steal that shit right away. Like, he changes it to this. Boom, let me change to that. That should be amazing to me, dog. If I was him, I'd be nuts. People don't bite off me too much. Because I ain't that, I'm not a creative guy in that regard. I'm a smart guy. And they try to stay away from these debates with me because I will smoke you. Anyway, Antoine Johnson said, I think boxing should get a contract with YouTube and do all their fights on this platform instead of TV. No one really watches TV anymore. Pay-per-view. Much love in the super chat, man. Absolutely, bro. I mean, it is going to go to streaming. That's what they talk about. That's what they mean by that, Antoine Johnson. But most of the boxing commentary, a lot of stuff is on here, man. I don't care what I'm not talking about what the man thinks. I'm just saying that the man is a creative dude. It's a creative dude. Champside is a very creative dude. They're creative. Creative guys. They can take something and switch it to something new in its appearance. Very creative guys. Think very highly of them. Don't have a lot of time to listen to their channels or listen to their opinions, though, just because I got a lot of shit to do. You know what I mean? And I like boxing, though. I consider myself to be like, I want to learn more about boxing, like in the ring boxing, and be able to like really pick up on the subtleties of the fighting that takes place in the ring. That is what I like. That's what I've been working on. And I'm telling y'all, you guys can get out of here trying to tell me about Terence Crawford being a better fighter than Canelo. Canelo being better than Terence Crawford. I don't buy it, dog. CG Cap says storytelling, editing, original content equals good YouTube. Yeah, it's tough to be original. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's tough to be original. Very tough to be original. Especially when somebody steals your shit as soon as you do something different. I'm telling you. Like, I was like, as soon, I'm telling you, because I look, and as soon as some of these guys come up with a new look, like for their thumbnail, dude, I'm telling you, that thumbnail look gets stolen the next day. Like, god dang. Like, I know I just saw him, and why your shit look just like that? Like, immediately. I was like, man, it's just, it is what it is, though, dog. That ain't my problem, though. I'm over here with these live streams talking to my good friends, man. Fannon, how about pay-per-view with the Charlo brothers versus the Benavidez brothers? Hopefully Jose can make 154. CG Cap says stolen immediately. Yes, immediately. I'm telling you, man, with certain people, that shit gets stolen immediately. And if they change back, other cats change back. It's amazing. Please no casuals said, much respect for that, Fannon. You are a true fan of the sport. My brother's a boxing trainer, and I'm like a sponge trying to figure out how he analyzes fights and trying to see what he sees. Yeah, Exactly. That's why you gotta listen to trainers, man. Like, I don't argue with trainers, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Hold on. Yo, Fannon, I want your honest opinion. Is Canelo's Crawford still number one pound for pound if he becomes undisputed? Well, yes. Absolutely, he's still number one if he beats Caleb Plant. He's supposed to beat Caleb Plant. Why would he? Why? Look, man, it's a belt. It's a belt. And belts, it's a belt. Why would that change? He's not beating anybody. Terence Crawford's already been undisputed. He's not doing anything different than Terence Crawford's already done. Terence Crawford was undisputed. So no, I'm not going to change that. No. Canelo Alvarez is not, in my opinion, I have seen the peak of Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez I will tell you what will need to happen. Sean Porter will have to knock out, will have to beat up Terence Crawford, and Terence Crawford would have to lose. I'm not doing this stuff other dudes do. Man, do you understand how these guys have dropped Terence Crawford from the number? Because he was number one pound for pound. On ESPN's list, he was number one pound for pound. And somehow, without losing a fight, that dude dropped from number one to number four. When has that ever happened to anybody? Without that, where they have not lost a fight, but they dropped 4 positions. I've never seen that. There's no justification for that. He didn't lose anything, and he went from number 1 to number 4. The only thing that happened, and then when he got to number 2, first of all, he lost, and when they put Lomachenko over him, then Lomachenko lost. Lomachenko drops, and so does Terence Crawford. Like, how does that work? But look, man, the only person that I think is going to beat Terence Crawford pound for pound is if Errol Spence beats him. If he fights Errol Spence Jr. and Errol Spence Jr. beats him, I'm throwing Errol Spence Jr. to number 1. That's because the style would have beat a very tough fighter. And in my opinion, if Errol beats Terence Crawford, that is a better win than any win Canelo Alvarez has. Any win. But hold on 1 second, man. Gotta take that 30-second break. Hold on right quick. All righty. Back at it. All right. Kevin Faulkner said these Canelo fans are like a bunch of mediating herds lobbying for rankings without any desire to see Canelo fight legitimate challenges. Yeah, there's a lot of just band riders with Canelo. They're riding the band. They're riding the band. What do you call it? Like they are influenced by the influencers. There you go. They're influenced and don't really look at it. Because they're not really paying attention to that. Because they can't do, and the way you know it is that they all they do is point to the box rec. You know, there used to be this dude that came around the channel all the time. Ain't seen him in a long time. Ain't missing you. I ain't missing you either, homeboy. Trust me. You used to come by the chat all the time, but I will tell you about this dude. The dude knows the rankings. And that guy knows boxers' records. I mean, knows it. Like, immediately can tell you who's the number 5 guy in the WBC. I'll tell you right now. Bow. That's the number 5 guy in the WBC. Who's the number 3 guy? Who's the number 3 guy in the WBO? Right away. Boom. Tell you right away. Who was the 3rd guy to lose? Who was the 3rd guy to beat Sugar Ray Robinson? He'll tell you right away. Bow. Because, man, that dude has got his mind is a trap for them statistics. Cannot predict a fight to save his life. Like, cannot predict a fight to save his life, bro. To save his life. Dog, memorizing facts in a real life game, dog, that is not what it is. I'm telling you, none of these, that's why the NBA sucks, because of guys like that. Everything is about, oh, look at his shooting percentage. We got to make him shoot 5 million threes. Guys that think like that, those purely analytics, because that's so analytics, right? Those are guys that say analytics, right? Yeah, he's like a Rain Man of irrelevant. He's a Rain Man. He's a Rain Man of trivial facts. Not completely trivial, but I'm telling you, man, there's some people that know them rankings. Like, know them. TJ Harden, man, said, riding the bandwagon is what you meant. Yeah, much love in that super chat, man. Yo, Fannon, what fighter does Canelo have to beat to be number one? He has to be a better fighter than Terence Crawford. There's nobody individual he got to beat to do that. Because this is a mythical, it's not even real. It's not even real. Alexander Usyk would help. Do that. Alexander Usyk, do that. If he goes up and he beats Alexander Usyk, I'll say, all righty. There you go. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Look, man. Canelo Alvarez has done plenty in his career. I think I know Canelo Alvarez as a fighter. All right? I know him as a fighter, bro. I know him as a fighter. Deuce. Number two. I get a guy number two. Number Deuce. Deuce. I give him two. And I think that's fair, man. Very, 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 very fair. Brian James in that super chat. Thank you, man. He said, wonder if Canelo fans will actually cry when Plant put that second loss on him. Hey, man, if Caleb Plant beats Canelo Alvarez, I think you are literally going to see the casinos vomit all over the place. They will stop the fight, bro. I'm telling you, if he's winning, the electricity will shut off in the building. Clack! You'll be like, damn, what happened? What happened? What happened? Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. They will shut down. They will pull. They will somebody from the MGM Grand will go down and turn and you know how in the garage you got that, what's that circuit board? Is it the circuit of the breakers? They will turn the breakers off on that bitch. Clack! The shit, everything go blank. Like, what happened? Where's the feed? What's the feed? Like, man, all the power in Vegas went out. All the power went out in Vegas, man. Hey, man, it's a no contest, dog. It's a no contest, man. We got to go to the scorecards. And they'll be like, we lost the scorecards. They will be sick. Oh yeah, and then Plant will be suddenly on the floor, man. Dog, I don't think you got to worry about that though. On the real, I don't think you got to worry about that, man. I am pretty confident we do not have to worry about that, dog, because I see it going to. I think it's a 12-round fight, and but on the real, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I just think that if the Caleb Plant's endurance is going to matter, and whether or not he cuts, if he cuts easy, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. It's just going to be really interesting, man. It's going to be I'm looking forward to it, man. No doubt, man. I'm sorry, MK said, lights come on, Plant got hit with a chair. Exactly, man. Somebody gonna hit him with a chair or something, man, if that happens, dog. They do not want Canelo. It's gonna be tough for him. It's gonna be tough for him to overcome them judges, dog. Seriously, because he's already 5 rounds up. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as they cheer for, oh yeah, you're cheering. Oh yeah, but you know what I mean. Plant gonna lose tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think is gonna happen. Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen. I think he's gonna lose. But I'm gonna tell you this. I do not foresee this happening. I do not foresee Canelo Alvarez putting a big ass lump on his arms because he stands there like this. Any fighter they can get you can You can fracture their, what is this muscle? I don't even know what this muscle is. What this bone is. Whatever this bone is in your arm right here. Anybody that can bust you, damn near break your bone because they just keep hitting you in the same spot over and over and over and over and over again, I ain't buying it, dog. You know what I'm saying? Capital M, dude, you're going to get thrown out in a second, bro. I'm going to tell you right now. I already told you I don't care about it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about it. Go to BoxRec, man. I know who he fought. You know, you're not even here if you shouldn't even be in this conversation if you don't know who he fought. That's a cornball debater's tactic, bro. I'm not going to do that. You're going to make me sit there and argue with you about how good a fighter Kell Brook is, or how good a fighter Amir Khan is, or how good a fighter Jeff Horn is, or how, dude, I can do the same thing. How good? Who was the last guy that Terence Crawford that Canelo Alvarez has beat in the last 5 years? Who has he beat in the last 5 years? Who has he beat in the last 5 years? And I can crap on Gennady Golovkin. Trust me. Because Gennady Golovkin wasn't shit, hadn't done shit since he lost. Who has Gennady Golovkin ever beat? And I mean that very honestly. Who has Gennady Golovkin ever beat in his whole career? And I'll wait on you. Come on, man. You want to do it? Let me play that dumb game and get you arguing about Gennady Golovkin's resume. Who has Gennady Golovkin ever beat? Thank you. Nobody is the answer to that. Oh, Daniel Jacobs? No, Daniel Jacobs got knocked out by Demetrius Pirov. Demetrius Pirov beat him. Knocked him out cold. Whap. I don't know, was it knocked him out cold? Knocked him out. So no, nobody. Gennady Golovkin ain't never beat nobody. Now, who else would you like to say? Who is Erislandy Lara beaten? Nobody. Huh? Thank you. You want to do that? So we're going to sit around and have an argument about every guy on his resume? No, thank you. Tell me what Canelo Alvarez does in a boxing ring that is better than what better in the 4 scoring criteria of boxing. Hey, matter of fact, let me ask you something. Hey, Jose, what are the 4? You got 2 minutes to put this in here. What are the 4 scoring criteria of boxing, Jose? What are the 4 scoring criteria of boxing? And I'm looking at it. It is now 9:37. If you take more than a minute for that to pop up, dog. Tick tock, tick tock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I'm telling you, tick tock. What are the 4 scoring criteria in boxing? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Tick tock. Time's up. 9:38. Time's up. Since you could not tell me what the 4 scoring criteria in boxing are, how do you know who's the best fighter? I really want to know. If you do not know how to score a fight, how do you know who the best fighter is? Huh? Thank you. You don't know. So, since you don't know, shut up. Okay? You don't have an opinion. You don't have an opinion, sir. You don't have a real opinion. It's defense, ring generalship, clean and effective punching, and defense. Defense, ring generalship, clean and effective punching, and effective aggressiveness. You have to judge a fighter by those criteria. Don't you? Because that's how you win around. Don't you judge who the best basketball player are by who shoots the best jump shots, gets the most rebounds? Really, who should score? Who's the best team? The team that scores more. Not difficult. You know what I'm saying? Well, why? Because that's how you score a basketball game. The person that scores more than the other person scores, whether it be by their defense or whether it be as a result of their offense, whatever the case is, it's who scores the most. Right? That is it. Who and what who score? There's factors that come into that. But it's a balance between defense and offense. It's not anything more than that. So, since you don't know, yeah, fella. That's what I thought. Go bring something else out. Go talk about how you think if you're not mistaken, he got knocked down. I don't care. He didn't get beat. He didn't get beat. Canelo got beat. If I recall correctly, Canelo got beat. If I correctly, yeah, you don't know. So shut up. How about that? Like I said, shut up. You guys don't want to debate me. Shut up. Because you don't have a criteria. You want to say who the best fighter is, and you don't know how to tell. You don't tell. You don't care. Fannon love the casuals. Dog, let me tell you something. I asked you too, capital M. I would have asked you the same question. How do you score a fight? I don't know if you knew that, because you act like it's a foregone conclusion. You act like it's a foregone conclusion. You reading press clippings, man. You're reading press clippings. I'm asking how do you, well, what's the criteria? Oh, it's their resume. You keep pointing to resume. Resume. Dog, resumes don't fight, homie. Resumes don't fight. Resumes are the record of fights you had. That don't tell you. Yeah, exactly, he got beat. Can I clap on me? Hey. No, he got clapped in the good old-fashioned way. He got clapped in the good old-fashioned way. Now, super chat me, boy. Hey, that would be $5 for the lesson, homie. We don't work for free over here, Holmes. That's $5 for the lesson. Anyway, so stop with all of that, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you just thought, dude, look, man. Who did he fight? That's rookie arguments. Rookie arguments and what bozos do. By always looking at, let me go to box track. Let me go to box track. Look at his box track. This is what Dan Rayfield says. Look at all his number. Yeah, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Zenus 360 in that super chat. My man went on a grand. He said, Canelo fans go by popular names, fluffed accolades, and what the media tells them. They don't know anything about scoring criteria or style matchups or the history of pound for pound. Canelo lost to an old 140-pounder. One old 130-pounder. You got to be dramatic with it, man. You got to be dramatic with it. You can't go. Hey, look, Zenith, you got to be dramatic with the argument. Canelo lost to an old 130-pounder. 130-pounder. Canelo started his career at 154. Floyd started his career at 130. He might have been down there at 126. I should lie and say 126 because I know y'all ain't going to do the research to tell me I'm wrong. Yeah. I love whooping up on y'all. But look, man, don't throw them out the chat. It's fun. It's fun, man. I appreciate it, man. I love it. I saw MK said, for non-crunching you casuals, never been in a ring, or ain't never stopped and thought, hey, look, man, most people that watch boxing have never fought in a boxing ring. You do not have, everybody's been in fights. If you ain't been in a fight now, that is something where I think, dog, if you ain't ever been in a fight, you tripping. If you ain't ever got punched in the stomach, like, if you don't know the difference in the feeling behind getting punched in the stomach and getting punched in the face, dog, that may be something that you don't know. Okay? And I will promise you this, that stomach don't feel right, dog. That stomach don't feel right. Them ribs don't feel right, dog. I mean, hey, you may not feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get hit in the head and not feel it. And I mean, seriously, in the chin, you can go out. But you can get hit in the face and not feel it. Man, that body shot, getting hit in the stomach, that shit will make you shit yourself, man. For real. Resumes don't fight. Exactly. Resumes, they said, yes, sir, 126, boss. If he started at 126, then y'all need to shut up. 126. Antoine Johnson said, you rubbing that salt? Yeah, I am. I'm running them out the chat. I don't mind. Run it in there. I'll rub it deep. I like to rub it in, dog, because y'all get on my nerves with all that nonsense, man. But at the same time, dude, I got Canelo number 2. Number 2 gets wood. He said, number 2 is pretty damn good, dog. Last time I checked. I mean, I'm not doing them dirty like y'all do Gary Russell. I'm not doing them dirty like you do Tank. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do them dirty like you do Jermell and just leave them off completely. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do them dirty like you do Terence Crawford. Got him at number 4 underneath Monster Inoue. Who is Monster Inoue? All that same thing that you talk about Terence Crawford, you can say about Monster Inoue. Who is Monster Inoue beating? Who is Monster to be number 2? Ain't he, man? Get out of here with all that. Micro said, you got me hyped saying that. Hey, man. Hey, Asur M said, I have him number 3, and I used to have Canelo number 1, but he ran from that Andre fight. Yeah, I mean, I had him number 1. I had him number 1 till them steroids. It's just either steroids. But right now, I'm not making an argument based off steroids. I'm leaving that out of there. I'm acting like he's not on juice because y'all don't care. You know what I'm saying? And right now, you know, there ain't no proof that he's on juice right now. Just circumstantial evidence. Just circumstantial evidence, man. But look, ask me some questions. We can change the topic, man. We ain't got a lot of people in the chat today, man. Hey, look, man, we got 300 people in the building, brothers. Let's get the likes over 300, man. Hit the like. Blake said, I care about the juice. I know you do. I care about the juice too. It's not right. You know what I'm saying? It's not right. It really isn't right that people should be able to fly and slide on that. But, you know, it is what it is. Martinez Daniel said, you think Spence will fight Jermell once he moves up to 154, or will he face Jermell, or will that force Jermell to move up? I don't think they'll fight. I don't get any sign that those guys are going to fight. I don't think so. I think Jermell will move up before that. But I think really probably the thing is that Jermall needs to move up. When Jermall moves up to 168, then I think Jermell will probably go to 160 after this Brian Castano fight, man. That's what I think. Man, I hate them stomach punches. That stuff is tough. Lamar Walker says, shout out to being punched in the stomach. Yeah, that shit, oh my God, man. Oh Lord, that shit'll make you, don't like it, man. I'm telling you, the only thing worse than getting punched in the stomach is getting choked. Getting choked is way worse than all of that. Like, all of that, dog. Getting punched, especially getting punched in the face. You know, you get a busted lip, you might lose a tooth, you can get your jaw broke. That'll hurt, getting your shit wired up. You know, but getting choked, that's life-threatening, dog. Your life will flash before your eyes. You're going to think you're dying. Like, that's why I keep saying, all cats talk all that nonsense about white boys can't fight. You better not catch no wrestler. You know what I'm saying? You better not let no wrestler sneak up from behind on you. Or, hey, man, that's going to be, you ain't boxing your way out of that, homie. You know what I mean? If you don't know how to get out of it. Real Life Living said, once Canelo failed that test, man, here's another thing. Don't nobody outside of Mexico really care about Canelo. I'm telling you, man. Man, I'm an American. So, man, I'm riding with my American, too. I'm going to put that out there. I'm going to put it out there, too. Real Life Living said, once Canelo failed that test, they changed the rules. You have to fail by so much now, moving the goalposts so they don't lose. That's the WBC, though. Yeah, the WBC did that. And the WBC is obviously foul for that. But they got to stay in business, and I guess that's their, you know what I mean? Oh, he said elbows or kicks to the eye and the throat, man. Yeah. Any shots to the throat? Yeah, But anyway, man, that's why, like I said, man, I'm not fighting people, bro. I'm done fighting. I'm done, man. Unless you put your hands on me, I'm not fighting, man. Ain't no need. Like, why ain't nothing coming out your mouth worth me risking my life for? You can talk to you blue in the face. I may not like what you're saying, but I'm not doing it, man. And y'all can call me soft, whatever, dog. Just don't put your hands on me. You put your hands on me, then I'm gonna get your hands up off me. Promise you. You know what I'm saying? And I mean by any means necessary, homie. Because I don't want to get, but I'm not trying to hurt you. So there you go. You know what I mean? I've won many a fight by not fighting. And I'm going to tell you that for real. And I believe that. Like, having some crazy dude up there all in your face, but he don't do nothing, right? You stand there like, and he never does anything. He just keeps yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping, right? And getting aggressive and looking all bold-faced and all that stuff, balling his fist up and staring at you. As long as he don't do nothing, you win. I'm out. Because obviously you trying to hurt me. Or trying to bait me into starting something. So I win. Freud and steroids gay weather. Biased black channel. Dude, you are out of here. Out of here. See ya. Thanks, dog. Somebody else threw you out. Sire the Ruler said, fighting is a crapshoot. You never know what your opponent can do. At least these prize fighters get to watch film first. Exactly, bro. Exactly. And you know, yeah, he's up out of here. And you don't know what these dudes got in their hand. You don't know what they got in their pockets. You don't know who you got around you. All of that stuff comes into play. Especially if you're in a crowd. You know what I mean? You don't know who's coming from over there. Right? Because all of a sudden the fight started. And now because I got in a situation where I was about to whip somebody. Because he spit at me. I was like, man, I was like, all right, gotta go now. Man, next thing I knew, you know what I'm saying? Fahim said that's why I'm a shooter. Exactly. See? Guys like Fahim. Guys like Fahim walking around. Said, hey, Julian Ledesma said, I'm Mexican but rooting for Rosario. What's Rosario, Puerto Rican? Rosario, Puerto Rican? Giovanni Walker said, Fannon, you're being very mischievous this morning. Your horns are showing. I'm having fun, man. On the real. I like a good debate. You know, because I know, just what else are you going to talk about in boxing today, man? Like, I'm telling you, man, this fight is not garnering a lot of interest, man. It's not garnering a lot of interest for me. I'm not excessively motivated about anything until this Sean Porter versus Terence Crawford fight kicks off, man. John Moore said that's right. Threw him out there. Don't talk about Mr. Money Mayweather. Much respect, easy work. Yeah, they still stuck on Floyd Mayweather, man. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Martinez Daniel said, boxing politics turns me off about the sports. Yeah, but it is what it is. The boxing conversation, I love it though. Absolutely love it, man. Real Life Living said, yeah, spitting is a no-no, just like calling people a bitch or a mother is no-fly zone. On the real, you can call me a bitch, I don't care. I'm not one. That's not going to send me fighting. It's like, seriously, it's not going to send me fighting. Only thing that's going to send me fighting is is your flinching towards, and I mean flinching towards physical contact. If I see you about to move, there I go. I'm not going to wait for you to hit me now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to wait for you to hit me. Once you move like you are. But I'm telling you, it ain't going to be with fists. I'm going to try to have something in my pocket. I'm telling you, there's a little trick that I learned in self-defense with a pair of keys. You'll be surprised what a key in your pocket can do to the human body, especially your eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? You'll be surprised what a thumb or a key can do to your eyeballs. So I'm just like, leave me alone. Just do not touch me and have your life. And by the way, man, I'm out of there. As soon as you start talking loud, I'm leaving. You know what I mean? As soon as you be like, hey, baby, hey, man, my bad. Sorry you feel that way. I'm out. You know what I mean? Fannon, you got hands. I can defend. I know how to fight. Yeah, I know how to fight. I've not fought in a long time, but absolutely positively, I know how to fight. I'm not an easy. Let me put it this way. I'm not an easy out. I'm 6'2", well over 250. I definitely can hit. I'm strong, all of the above. I know how to wrestle a little bit. I know how to fight. All of the above, dog. Absolutely. Throw straight, all of that. And I did say Fannon crazy, but I'm telling you, man. Dude, before you hurt me, I will. Absolutely, man. Crazy? Absolutely, man. You're not hurting me. You attacking me? I'm hurting you. No, absolutely. Would I, man? Yes, I would. Would I hurt your? I would. Absolutely. If you got some ill, you trying to literally attack me? Yes, I would. In a heartbeat, dude. To get you off me, to get you away. I'm not fighting like footwork. Yeah, I mean, dog. Look, man. I'm not about to sit out there and box you, bro. All I'm saying is I know how to defend myself. There's plenty of people that can beat me up, though. Plenty of them. I am not floor. Let me put it this way, dog. I am. What's that boy's name? Used to be out all the time. What's that dude? Bald-headed dude? The street fighting dude? Can't remember his name. You know what I mean? What's his name? Man, what is his name? God, dog. He said, I feel you, brother. It's my life before it's yours. Facts. Exactly, man. You trying to hurt me? No, man. I'm not trying to get hurt. Leave me alone. I ain't do nothing to you like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, Kimbo Slice. Yeah, I ain't Kimbo Slice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't Kimbo Slice. But if I got a clean shot, I can knock you out. I know that. If I got a clean shot, I can knock you out. Most people, if I can get a clean one, most people I can knock out. A clean one, I have knocked people out before. So I know with a clean one on a normal person, a clean one, I can knock you out. But I ain't trying to I'm just trying to avoid all of that stuff, man. Anyway. Oh, Rob, I'm not a Marine, bro. I'm not a Marine. I got a Marine shirt. I am not a Marine. And I always say that. Anytime I put a Marine shirt on, I'm not a Marine. Those dudes are soldiers. I was in Hapkido. I learned I was in Hapkido. So I learned martial arts to fight. I was formally taught how to fight in Hapkido. So I know how to fight. I've been trained to defend myself. So I know how to defend. I have beyond the basic fundamentals of defending myself. And the number one, hey, no worries, Rob B. I just want to always be clear on that. I'm not a Marine. I have a shirt that says Marine, and every time I put it on, I say, hey, man, I wear this shirt because I support the Marines. I bought it because I liked it, but I'm not a Marine. Would not fake the funk on that. Them soldiers and them soldiers, dog. Yeah, spitting's like, yes, you touch me, it's spitting. It's 1 second away from it. But yeah, my pride don't go like that. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I don't want to talk about that no more, man. Look, Side of the Rule said, if I feel like if you're an avid boxing enthusiast, you should be able to hold your own in a fight. I don't know, man. Somebody loves boxing don't mean they can fight. Some dudes just can't fight. They suck. Some dudes just can't fight. Suck at fighting. Really suck. They've been in fights and been in a lot of fights. Can't fight. Don't got the talent. Really. They don't have, because you got to be a bit of an athlete to know how to fight. I mean, to fight effectively, you got to be a little bit of an athlete, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But anyway, man. Kevin Faulkner says spitting better be part of a combination because it brings a demon out of competition. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Side of the Rule said that's true. Yeah, there's this guys that literally, man, dude, cannot fight, save their life. And always want to get into them and do not mind getting beat up. Those are the type of guys that I just don't understand, man. You know what I mean? Do not understand them, man. Jay Leo. He said, I was in the Marine Corps. That doesn't mean you can fight. I knew plenty who couldn't fight for shit. Yeah, man. But, I'm just not going to I'm just saying they're soldiers. If you go to the Marines, dude, you got to have some discipline. And on top of it, dude, just signing up means you know you may have to go to war. So any guy that does that, that knows that they are putting themselves in a position where they may have to go to war, I got a lot of respect for. I don't have to believe in U.S. foreign policy or any of that. I don't have to agree with any of the missions you go on or any of that stuff. I just know that if anybody that for whatever reason that they make that decision to do that, I got a lot of respect. I got respect for them because because these dudes are willing to put their life on the line. And that's something I wasn't willing to, that's what I wasn't willing to do because I had a choice. It was like, go to college or go to the military. And I was like, I don't want to go to the military. I don't want to go to the military because I don't want to go to war. I don't want to be in a situation where I can go to war. And I made that decision, and I know I made that decision. And there's other guys, a whole lot of other people like, I'm going to the military. I'll be in the military. In college, going to the ROTC, right? And there's a lot of guys that died. People die doing that. So, you know what I mean? That cup mad empty? Is it? Is that empty? It's not empty, dog. My cup is full, homie. Bama swag. How long you been talking boxing for talking boxing? I don't know. On a regular basis, talking boxing since like 1990, maybe. So what? 31 years, something like that. Like the 90s, early 90s. I've been talking early 90s. Tiger Stripe, Fannon, you sensitive as hell. Not sensitive. Why am I sensitive? Because the guy said he acting like I'm faking sipping on coffee. Man, that cup mad empty. You crack a joke and you wrong, I'm gonna tell you you're wrong. Why would you think this cup is empty? I did this. That's not sensitive. I'm just correcting you. I'm doing a live stream that's going a while. I like to sip coffee, so I sipped a big cup of coffee, man. And it's still coffee in the cup. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Conservative common sense for now. You're a warrior, brother. Hey, man, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. Man, say conservative common sense. Yeah, man. 10-9 for 9. Absolutely. I take that round. Kevin Faulkner. Kevin Faulkner said, man, these dudes be sensitive calling the other P. Exactly, man. Daniel Martinez Dion said, Fannon, you are not biased. That's why I watch. Haters going to hate because you're very knowledgeable about the sport. Dig your content, man. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Hey, Fannon, who's your favorite Mexican fighter of all time? Eric Morales. Eric El Terrible. Eric El Terrible Morales is my favorite Mexican fighter of all time. He's not the best Mexican fighter of all time, but he's my favorite Mexican fighter of all time because he brings that, El Terrible brings that funk to the table. And so that was my guy, man. Jay Wiggs, how do you feel about Jamal James' defense, conditioning, and coaches? I think he needs a better staff. I don't know, man. I think that Jamal James has gotten everything out of his talent that he can get. You know, that's where I think he's got everything out of the talent. Everything out of his talent that he can get out of his talent. I think that's where he is, man. You know what I mean? And, you know, at a certain point in time, dude, you got to be very satisfied. People should be satisfied with what fighters have obtained in their career. And Jamal James I love his mentality. You know, he's a very good fighter, man. Got a lot of heart. But, you know, for 147, he's just a little light in the behind, man. So there's some physical attributes that Jamal James doesn't have that, you know, is going to kind of limit the potential there. But as far as he fights and all of that stuff, he's a very, very good fighter, man. And I think he'd be a very, very good trainer, you know? So that's kind of where I am with that, man. Loma definitely had never fought a bum. Lomachenko's fought several bums. Yeah, he did. Absolutely he did. Boogie 9 said, Caleb Plant is about to shock the world tomorrow. Much love in that super chat, man. Much love in that super chat. Yeah, Salvador Sanchez was dope, but I wasn't really watching Salvador Sanchez. I was still a kid with Salvador Sanchez. So I never really watched him like that, man. I didn't get a chance to watch him like that. Yeah, Duran is from Panama. TD Harding said, Kimbo Slice, man. Thank you very much, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. Yeah, Lomachenko fought bums. Not bums. Lomachenko. Dude, everybody does that, man. Everybody does that, man. Everybody is going to be, every boxer that there is fighting guys that are not the top level guy. There's only 2 or 3 top level guys in a weight class at a time, and these guys have 30 fights. Okay? In fact, Lomachenko lost to one. Exactly. Knuckle Up. Knuckle Up said Lomachenko lost to a exactly. He lost to a guy a lot of people would call a bum. He lost to Orlando Salido. So, but they've all done it. That's what my thing is. And that's why I don't like you guys always making your arguments off of, oh, he fought this bum. That guy. Man, you can do that with everybody's resume. There's nobody whose resume in boxing you cannot rip. Nobody's. And I mean it. You can go in and name a fighter and go to BoxRec and read the names of the people that they fought off of it. And if those dudes got over 15 fights, you don't know 12 of the guys' names. Because that's just what it is, man. Boogie Knight in that super chat, man. Much love. He said, Caleb looked sharp, man. I hope he does. You know what I mean? I hope he does. Orlando Salido, not a bum. He's a journeyman. He ain't a bum, but he's a journeyman. He's a journeyman. Much love, Boogie Nine, man. Thank you for that support, man. He ain't a bum, but he a journeyman for sure. That's a journeyman. If that ain't a journeyman, what's a journeyman, man? He just got beat by Mike, but he put some good fights against everybody. Because who did he beat? About like Roman? He's the first guy to expose Roman Martinez. He beat Roman Martinez, or what's that guy's name? The Puerto Rican, Juan Manuel Lopez. Didn't he beat Juan Manuel Lopez a couple times? So, Salido didn't make Mikey quit. Mikey quit because he got that nose broke or whatever. But man, Mikey won that fight, man. Mikey was winning that fight. I think that's a bad thing. Mikey get a little bit of a bad rap for that fight. Mikey was, that, and who was saying that? Somebody said that. Oh, Errol Smith said that. Errol's like, yeah, man, I saw you about to quit against Orlando Salido, man. Orlando Salido is a rough customer. Rough customer. Kenneth Johnson said, I brought Sanchez career set a couple of years ago. Sanchez is an all-time great despite his short career. Yeah, I've not seen all of Sanchez's fight, but he's a dang good fighter from what I've seen. But I mean, like, I wasn't around to watch Salvador Sanchez like that. Because Salvador Sanchez was he had a short career and he was the early 1980s. So at that time, I wasn't watching those guys like that. You know what I mean? For me to talk about Salvador Sanchez would be like these guys bragging about Harry Greb. I guarantee ain't nobody alive seen more than 2 Harry Greb fights. Ain't nobody alive seen more than 2 fights of Harry Greb, man. Because there ain't more. How many fights of Harry Greb are really on tape? Not very many, man. Kevin Faulkner says Salido is underrated. If we celebrate Fury, we should celebrate Salido. He was as grimy as it gets. Yeah, he's grimy, man. Grimy. But no, you know what it is. I don't celebrate Tyson Fury. I'm not going to celebrate Tyson Fury. Though I do think he's a very good fighter. The man deserves that. He a cheating bastard, but he's a very, very good fighter. You know what I mean? He's a very, 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 very good fighter, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I used like R. Kelly, dog. I used to love, man. R. Kelly, great musician, but the dog is a skunk. But dog, yeah, man, that dude gonna be in jail forever, and it looked like he deserved it. You know what I mean? It's like R. Kelly. I love his music, but hey, dog, get on up in that jailhouse, dog. Get on up in that jailhouse, brother. You out there acting, nah, dog. Something ain't right about you, homie. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing, man. People need, that's somebody that people really do, should talk badly about is R. Kelly. Because that shit right there. But he can sing his ass off. No joke. You know what I mean? Top 5 R&B singer, dog. Top 5 R&B singer of this, the number 1 R&B singer of this century. R. Kelly. But he got to get out of here, dog. CG Cap said, Fannon, leave the R out of it. Nah, bro. Nah, dog. You got to go, man. Nah, man, he got to get out of here, man. See, R. Kelly shouldn't have listened to his mind, not his body. My body's telling me no. My mind's telling me no. Yeah, nigga. Exactly. Yeah, brother. Yeah, man, it's telling you no. But he was done in Aaliyah, dog. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That dude was done in illegal, man. He said not to excuse the behavior. Hey, man, you messing with minors, dog. That's just all the kinky stuff, whatever, dog. But, messing with minors, man, you got to go, bro. Boogie 9 said, if Bronner didn't party and drink, pound for pound number one, I don't know if your Chicago brother. Yeah, that's my Chicago brother, dog. But on the real, I've seen R. Kelly. I've seen him. And the dude, he got that Raleigh, just like Raleigh Romero, bro. Just like Raleigh Romero, man. Just like Raleigh Romero. Raleigh Romero, you can say what you want to say about Raleigh Romero, and whether or not Raleigh Romero is guilty or not, send him to court, all of that. I will, however, say he got all of that vibe on him. Just the way that he carries himself. He got that vibe on him, dog. Big time. And as far as R. Kelly, dude, you married Aaliyah. Aaliyah wasn't 16. Aaliyah was like 16 when you married her. The fact that you asked for permission to marry her, bro, she's 16. R. Kelly is older than me. And I was like, he's married to who? Is that legal? Is it legal? And they're like, oh, her parents gave her permission. I'm like, yeah, but what you doing marrying that? Why would you marry somebody that young? You can't wait some years? You can't find nobody your own age? But Raleigh, yeah. Say, got to get on her parents too, Fannon. Hey, man, I ain't got to get on nobody but that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't know her parents. I don't know her parents. You know what I'm saying? I don't know her parents. I don't know how much money they paid her parents. I don't know it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I ain't into that. All I'm saying is, hey, man, just what it is, dog. He behind them bars and get behind them bars, dog. Jerry Lee Lewis, get behind them bars too. Get behind them bizarres. If nothing else, just not for being patient, man. What's wrong with 18? It's legal with an 18-year-old. 18-year-olds are kids too. You know what I'm saying? 18-year-olds are kids too. But at least it's legal, At least society has said, okay, with an 18-year-old, you out there, get out of here, man. Said even waiting on her age out is some weirdo shit. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, exactly. Half your age plus 7. Much love for that comment. Martinez Daniel said, I really wanted to see Raleigh get knocked out. Don't worry about it. You'll see it, man. Hopefully he don't go to jail, man. Hopefully he don't go to jail, man. You know what I'm saying? Because on the real, they may put that man behind bars, man. That's it. It's serious business. And they got 8 girls saying 8. My understanding is it's 8. I've heard of 5, but the only ones I've ever between 5 and 8. Between 5 and 8, dog, you filing reports on you for sexual assault, man, you may never get back in a boxing ring, bro. You know what I mean? CG Cap said all those pedos need to be behind bar to me. But the number is arbitrary. But I mean, no, because 21, dude, at 26 and 8, 26, 18, when a guy is 26 and a girl is 18, 10 years from now, they'll be 36 and 28. Okay, that's nothing. There ain't no, yeah, absolutely, you can get a wrench. That's not, they're both kids. At 26, you're still a kid, any way you cut it. But ain't no 40-year-old man need to be marrying no 18-year-old, bro. Because they're not mature enough to make a decision. They're just not mature enough. But anyway, I don't care, man. I always like women my own age, so they can do whatever they want to do. I was always within 4 years of me, bro. And I'm within 4 years. If you ain't in within 4 years of me, but I don't care no more. I'm married. But anyway, at any point in time, bro, 4 years from me, what am I going to talk to you about? You know what I'm saying? What you going to talk to an 18? You're 40 years old, bro. What you going to talk to an 18-year-old about? Seriously. What are you even going to talk to them about? You an immature ass 40-year-old if you sitting there having you sitting there kicking it with an 18-year-old. That's my take on it though. Caden, yeah, man, no worries, man. There you go. What do you get kicked out for? Martinez, yeah, don't time out. Martinez Daniel was saying he was talking about Rolly Romero talking too much. Anyway, Mr. De La Cruz said, hey, Fannon, you ever watch Gilberto Roman? He is one of my all-time favorite Mexican boxers. His boxing was beautiful, awesome angles and head movement and stood in the pocket. Yeah, man, I've seen Gilberto Roman. I've seen Gilberto Roman. I've not seen a lot of them, though. So I really can't, I can't speak on it. I really can't speak on it like that, dog. I can't really break him down like that. But he's a very, very good fighter. CG Cap said, throughout time and memorial, men have been 8 to 12 years older and their wives than their wives, but this shit was extreme because he had mental problems too. Yeah, I mean, look, man, a grown folk can do whatever grown folk want to do. Whenever you consider yourself to be grown folk can do grown folk. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Grown folk, that's grown folk business. Mike Kirkland said, Fannon, you said the other day what the long-term plan is. Everything goes, what's coming. R. Kelly, a small fish in the ocean. Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah. I got you, man. He said you can't even neck fist and chill with an 18-year-old at 40. Man, dude, yes. There are 40-year-olds that got 18-year-old daughters. But anyway, man. Kenneth Johnson said, let's get off that subject, man. I don't want to do that. Let's not do that, man. Kenneth Johnson said, my mother was 15 and my granddaddy was 25 when they got married. She told me she still played with dolls when my granddaddy went to work. Yeah, man. It is what it is, dog. It is what it is, man. CG Cap said, especially now, sugar baby ish is for real reason. Men, it takes time to build what's valuable. Women come into to make faster what they tend to value in the front end. Look, man, if you're grown, bro. But let's get off of this, man. I don't want to talk about this. On the real, man. Just, no more. Back to boxing. I don't want to talk about it. I brought up R. Kelly because I was like, hey, man, I made a strike comparison, bro, to him, but I don't want to talk about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I mean? Grown folk do what grown folk do. I don't want to talk about it. Honestly, man, I find it a little bit disgusting, and I just want to move on. So anyway, if somebody hit me with a boxing question, I'd appreciate that. A boxing questions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good pivot. Yeah, I don't want to keep that going, man. And because that's a harmful conversation to a lot of people. I don't, ain't no way in the world I'm even halfway. Nah. Mr. De La Cruz said, Fannon, thanks for being the best boxing show there is. It always makes my workday go so much better with the Bluetooth headsets in my ear. Keep doing the damn thing. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. Usyk versus Butiev. Honestly, man, I'm going to tell you, man, I don't know if he's going to make it to Butiev. He got to get past staniosis. Hey, thanks, Michael Kirkland, man, supporting in that super chat. Thank you, Sadie. Boots versus Hearns at 147. Too early to tell. But Boots got the potential to be better than Tommy Hearns. I think Boots has the potential to be better than Tommy Hearns. That's what I'll say about that. I think he's got the potential to be better than Tommy Hearns. But I can't say because he's not all the way developed yet. I think I need to see him. I need to see him more. You know what I mean? That's what I need to see. I need to see Boots. I don't think Boots the second is better than Tommy Hearns. But if Boots develops to his fullest potential, I think he has a potential to be better than Tommy Hearns. I do. Because Tommy Hearns got a glass jaw. He's got a glass jaw. But CG Caps, the thing with Tommy Hearns will kill you. Tommy Hearns will knock you sideways. And he is a go get you type of fighter. So, I mean, you got to get to Tommy Hearns' chin. But if you can get to Tommy Hearns' chin, you can do it. guys can get him out of there. Kind of like what happened with him and Sugar Ray Leonard. When Sugar Ray Leonard was losing that fight, and he was like, man, I can't outbox this dude, and he just went for it. You know what I mean? Kenneth Johnson, thanks, man. Y'all supporting the channel, man. Thank you so much, man. Hey, Fannon, what fighter today has a motor similar to the great Henry Armstrong? Wow, great question. Let me see. A motor similar to his? Gervonta. I think Gervonta may have a motor like that because Gervonta got a motor, bro. Gervonta's got a motor. Man, Porter's got a motor, no doubt. Porter. Them Eastern Europeans got Lomachenko got a motor. When Lomachenko won it, Lomachenko got one. Lomachenko's motor is like that, dog. Lomachenko can go and go and go and go and go. Who else got one? That cat, I mean, you know, some of that Casemiro got a motor. I don't know if his motor got some extra, you know, he got that super unleaded fuel in him. You know what I'm saying? He got that super duper unleaded fuel, but I think he's got a motor. Yeah, man, Lomachenko was man, people underestimate Lomachenko now, man. Lomachenko can fight, man. Manny Pacquiao had a motor. But so, hey, dude, Jeff Mayweather ain't trying to hear him not being on steroids, bro. He ain't even trying to hear it. Yeah, Leo Santa Cruz got a motor. They got a lot of those dudes got motors. But I don't think anybody in boxing right now is as good as Henry Armstrong. I don't think anybody's as good as Henry Armstrong right now. From the little bit that I saw Henry Armstrong, I don't know if anybody's better than him. And I'm going to tell you somebody else that I really wish that I had an opportunity to see more tape on. There's a guy, and somebody should be able to tell me this, man. There's a guy, Charlie Burley. Charlie Burley from Black Murderers Row. My goodness gracious, man. In the little bit that I saw from Charlie Burley, I was like, dude, I really wish I had more tape on Charlie Burley, man. And I got something in this cup, bro. I really wish that I could see more of Charlie Burley, man. Charlie Burley, just in the little bit of tape that I saw, I was like, man, this guy can fight. And he looks like a modern fighter. He doesn't look like somebody, oh, what would he do? It's the 1940s and the 1950s. You know, we got this. Nah, man. He looks very, very good, bro. He looked like he got a J look. He looked like a modern day fighter. And on top of it, he looks better than these modern day fighters. And the first thing that I thought was him and Floyd Mayweather Jr. I was like, look, man, that dude right there is the truth, bro. FSU OKC said, yes, Charlie Burley would have beaten Ray Robinson. Yeah, now that's a dude that probably never got one of those guys that never got the shot in Charlie Burley. And that's just a little bit, man. TD Rose said, who do you think is the modern day Black Murderers Row? Gary Russell Jr. Let's go to heavyweight. Luis Ortiz. Jermall Charlo. Gary Russell Jr. Maybe Rashidi Ellis. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Rashidi Ellis because nobody's talking about Rashidi Ellis. Rashidi Ellis, maybe. Devin Haney. Robert Easter Jr. Those type of guys. Yeah, I would say them. Devin Haney's got a real, you know, I hope that's doesn't wind up being the case with Devin Haney. But Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, I hope it doesn't wind up being that case with Shakur Stevenson. But it could be with both, and that could be the case with both Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney could both wind up being in that situation. But I hope not. I really do hope not. And I definitely hope that doesn't hit Jaron Ennis. Definitely hope it doesn't, man. But those guys in welterweight, that's not happening because the PBC is keeping a lot of that from happening, man. If there wasn't the PBC, we wouldn't see a lot of these guys fighting. I do believe that. If it wasn't for the PBC, a lot of these guys we wouldn't see in the ring with each other. You know, Errol Spence Jr. would have been there. Like if it was left up to Top Rank, they would have hidden Errol Spence. Would have hidden Keith Thurman in those guys. So, you know, fortunately, everybody knows these guys. But honestly, you know, another kind of little bit of a misnomer is the Black Murderers Row actually made a lot of fights with each other. So they got some paydays. They got paydays fighting each other. But the champions in the division weren't going to do that, man. CG Cap said Robert Easter Bunny got the mystique knocked off of him. Yeah, he did. But still, he's good enough for these guys to still be fighting. I mean, how many losses he got? One? Robert Easter Jr. has one loss against Mikey Garcia. If I'm correct. I don't think he's lost since then. But let me check. Because I don't want to be too wrong on this. Hold on one second. I don't think he's lost more than one fight. Yeah, he's lost one. He's 23-1. He had a draw to Ramses Bartholomew. He beat Ryan Martin, beat Adrian Granados. He's on a back-to-back wins. But he ain't fought, and he fought this year. So, you know, he ain't had a knockout. He ain't had a knockout in like 4 years. But, you know, Robert Easter Jr. should still be there. Hey, man, y'all hit the like button, man. By the way, Gary Antoine Russell still in the developmental stage. So I'm not going to put that on Gary Russell Jr. while he's still in the developmental stage. I mean, Gary Antoine Russell, I'm not going to say that yet because he's still in the developmental stage, you know? So maybe not. Dillian White. Put Dillian White in there because Deontay Wilder, dog. Deontay Wilder got himself off of that. But Deontay Wilder was on there for sure. Luis Ortiz is stuck on that mug, though. Luis Ortiz is the very definition of Black Murderers Row, bro. Yeah, Bunny don't suck, man. Bunny a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter, bro. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. He's just not, you know, he ain't the best fighter in the world, but he's a good fighter. But Bunny's a good fighter, man. Giant TV said, what up, Fannon? Speaking of past fighters, let's hear it for Johnny Tapia, man. I'm a gong, Johnny Tapia. Mi vida loca. He said a character for sure, but could box in that heart. Yeah, man. Absolutely, bro. Seriously fun to watch, man. Seriously fun to watch, bro. Crazy straight up crazy, bro. Nah, Bunny don't suck. But anyway, you said Bunny suck. Bunny don't suck. Tapia was real, man. I love Johnny Tapia as a fighter, man. No joke, man. Love Johnny Tapia as a fight. Yeah, it doesn't use rings, but see, he is in the same situation, bro, as somebody like Jamal James. He's kind of like Jamal James, man. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Michaela Meyer. Yeah, I probably will. Yeah, but dude, he just ain't got. I mean, dude, if you can't, that jab ain't popping. Them dudes gonna get him. They're gonna get up underneath there, and he likes to fight on the inside. He's a good, and honestly, man, Robert Easter Jr. is a good inside fighter. He's a good inside fighter. That's where his mentality is. That's what he feels most comfortable doing. You know what I mean? Which may suit him better, but he's kind of just lighting the back. He's just lighting the backside, man. He said that special one, Tapia, was good. Yeah, man, I like Tapia, man. I like him. And, that's back when you could like a fighter and they didn't have to be the best fighter in the world. You can still root for him. Now, he's a bum. He's a bum. He's not a bum. Johnny Tapia wasn't no bum. And, hey, dude, and Emmanuel Augustus dang sure wasn't no bum. Love watching some Drunken Master, bro. Drunken Master was the shit. No joke. The Drunken Master was all of that, dog. Tapia, how many heart attacks? 3, 4. Hey, look, dog. Johnny Tapia was very fun to watch, man. He'll stick his chin out. You never would know what he's gonna do. He'll go southpaw. He'll go orthodox. He's just a fighter, man. He didn't come in there with some set game plan. He was just a guy that loved to fight. And you could tell he was in the ring and having fun fighting. That's why I like Johnny Tapia, because Johnny Tapia always looked like he was having fun fighting. He was always having a good time, man. And that's what I liked about Johnny Tapia. Your boy looks like there's only a certain number of fighters in boxing that really look like they like it, right? Really like fighting. Terence Crawford looks like he likes fighting. Errol Spence Jr. looks like he likes fighting. Canelo Alvarez looks like he likes fighting, likes to fight, right? Those guys, the guys that really like to fight. I mean, I liked him. Eric Morales looked like he liked to fight. Like no matter where he be, he liked to fight. Gervonta Davis if Gervonta Davis wasn't in a boxing ring, Gervonta Davis would probably be fighting all the time. You know what I mean? Like, likes to fight, man. I've not watched Antoine Cobb yet. No, I've not. I've not watched Antoine Cobb's professional debut, but I'll keep my eye out for that man. Yeah, David Benavidez, a natural fighter. David Benavidez seems like he's a natural fighter, bro. Manny Pacquiao, very natural fighter that loves to fight. That dude had an injury. Yeah, had a very, very high engine, man. For now, what do I think about Chad Dawson as a fighter? I thought he's a very good fighter, man. One of the best guys I think he's better than Chad Dawson. The best that Chad Dawson is better than every 175 pounder there is right now. I think a prime Chad Dawson will beat Bivol. I think he'll beat Beterbiev. He's a very good fighter. He just he beat Bernard Hopkins when Bernard Hopkins was not that far off his prime, and he beat him twice. I do believe Bernard Hopkins tried to cheat his way out of Bad Chad's thing. But Bad Chad was a good fighter, man. Very good fighter, bro. A step up from Marcus Brown. Oh, R. Landis said, out of Chicago, check him out. Okay, we'll do, man, for sure. I always try to check for the Chicago fighters. You know what I mean? Rafael Velasco Jr. said, both fighters are great, but you can't call Bud pound for pound when he has another great fighter in his division that he hasn't beat. You have to prove it in 50-50 fights. Bud will be great when he beats Errol. Yeah, but couldn't you say the same thing about Canelo? Can't you say the same thing about Canelo? I guess maybe you're pointing to Gennady. But look, man, it's arguable. I mean, let me put it this way. I can see why somebody would say Canelo Alvarez is the number one pound for pound. I can see it. I don't think it's a landslide logic, though. I don't think it's landslide-ish. Do not think it's landslide-ish. I really think the bigger insult than Canelo is having Monster Inoue, having Monster Inoue over Terence Crawford. I think that is ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. Michael Kirkland said Chad Dawson quit out of his own mouth. I haven't heard it, and I mean, quit against who? He got knocked out he got knocked out. He didn't quit against your boy. He got knocked out by Andre Ward. He got knocked out. He said, no. Do you mean that Bernard Hopkins quit? Yeah, Bernard Hopkins quit against Chad Dawson. I believe that. He looked for a way out of that. He was a little bit on that mode with him, dog. On that, man. He kind of punked out. But Bernard Hopkins stole a legit win from Chad Dawson by punking out in that fight. I don't remember what happened, though. Honestly, it was a long time ago, man. I do not remember exactly what happened, though. CD Cap said that's a top-ranked long-term play to put Monster over Bud. That's some Aram spite. Yeah, man, it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. And even and then the Josh Taylor over Errol Spence Jr., man, stop it. You know what I mean? Stop it. No way, bro. No way. I'm not buying that, dog. I'm not buying that, man. Even Terence knows Canelo is no, he doesn't. No, he does not. Oh, he said, I quit. He quit against who? Now it's done. Now my coffee's done. I took my time sipping through my coffee today because I knew I wanted to talk boxing for a while today. What do you say? Everybody knows Terence knows. Even Daniel, that's ridiculous. Dude, why? And I'm still going to ask why. I never get a good argument, man. Skill for skill. Is he more skilled? No. You say he fought better competition. Okay. But just because he fought better competition doesn't mean he's a better fighter. It just intuitively that makes sense. But if you lay the logic out, that doesn't necessarily mean that's true. Just because you've beaten better fighters doesn't mean that you're a better fighter. It doesn't mean that, bro. It doesn't mean it. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean it. Usain Bolt could be racing a bunch of high schoolers, beat them all. You got another sprinter that's beating all the top guys in the world, right? And you're like, who did he beat? I don't know. Nobody. However, when they race and then you see, whoa, what time was he running though? Oh yeah, Usain Bolt, when he beat the high school kids, yeah, he ran like a 9.8. What was the guy running that beat the world class sprinters? Oh, he was running a 10.1. Oh, well, I'll take the guy that's running a 9.8 against the high schoolers over the guy that's running a 10.1 over the pros. You know what I'm saying? Now, is that a likely thing to happen in track and field? You know, that's not going to happen in track and field. But the fact of the matter is, you don't know anybody that is beaten. You don't know anybody that has beaten Terence Crawford. So just to offhand brush him off when you know guys have beaten Canelo, come on, man. Canelo lost to Floyd Mayweather Jr., dog. He did. And he had a draw against Gennady Golovkin. So you know that there's limitations to him, man. You know it. You don't know what the limitations of Terence Crawford are because he's not lost. And on top of it, he's not even come close to losing. Ain't that right? Hey, Fahim, ain't that right? Ain't that right, Fahim? Has he even come close to losing, Fahim? Close. That's for Fahim, man. Broderick Hunter said, hey, Terence Crawford don't know dumb ish like that. Heck no, he don't know dumb shit like that, man. Terence Crawford, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from, man. Quintoni Davis said, Canelo has a lot of power, but Bud has tremendous skill and he has a lot of power. Bud is a pure boxer. And, you know, they're both really good fighters, though. I'm just saying it's not a whitewash, bro. And to come up and act like, it's just a foregone conclusion, like you just know for sure that that's what the case is. Nah, you don't. You don't know if that's the case. You do not know for sure if that's the case. You just, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Fahim said he got dropped by Green Beans. I didn't see that. What fight? Who's Green Beans? Never heard of him. I never heard of Green Beans before. Who's Green Beans? What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. I ain't never heard of that before. Fannon, who did you pick in the Morales-Barrera fights? I always pick Eric Morales. Always. I wasn't really picking fights at that time, honestly. Kenneth Johnson, I wasn't picking him. I wasn't analyzing the fight. I was rooting for people at the time. I was kind of, at the time, Kenneth Johnson, at the time that Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera were fighting, I don't really think that I don't think that I really knew enough about boxing to be picking fights. But I always rooted. I always rooted for Eric Morales. You know what I mean? And then Barrera won. Kind of like with Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez. I wasn't really like analyzing the fights at that time to pick a fighter, but I'll tell you, but before they fought originally, but I will tell you this. I think he dang near won all them fights. I think Juan Manuel Marquez, with the exception of the first round of the first fight, Juan Manuel Marquez is a better fighter than Manny Pacquiao is, man. A better fighter, bro. Which is why I don't get all these cats talking about Juan Manuel Marquez. Manny Pacquiao is the greatest fighter of this century. Dog, he ain't better than Juan Manuel Marquez. He ain't, man. I don't care what y'all say. That man, Manny Pacquiao, is not as good a fighter as Juan Manuel Marquez. And I don't care what nobody say. Get out of here, kick rocks on that one. Marquez is a better fighter And in my opinion, he proved it because Manny Pacquiao got gifts, straight up gifts. However, you got to give Manny Pacquiao his credit because Manny Pacquiao got them cojones. He got them, and he always wanted to rematch with him. He kept fighting him, and kept fighting him until his ass wound up laid flat on his face. That's why I like Manny. But dog, get out of here, dog. Manny Pacquiao went there one too many times. Boom. And then Juan Manuel Marquez got strong all the damn sudden. And he got dropped. Did he drop Manny one time and Manny get up? And then he knocked down Juan Manuel. Then he knocked down. Because when Manny knocked down Juan Manuel Marquez, he was like, oh man, here we go again. And then Juan Manuel Manny laid that boy out, bro. Way he laid that boy out, bro. I swear to goodness, man. Hey, hold on one second, man. Hold on one second. I don't know, man. I think he all right. Dog whining about something, man. He said when Marquez knocked him out, Manny looked dead. Hey, hold on one second in case my dog got it, because I'm going a little long today. Hold on, no. All right, man. Sorry about that, man. Hold on. I got time to shoot. When my dogs start whimpering, you know it's time to open that door, dog, before they take a dump in the house. My dog was standing out like, yeah. Like, oh, no. Got to do that, dog. Got to get that right before that dude take a dumpy dump in the chat, man. Kevin Faulkner said, the one fight I didn't see live was when Manny caught that NyQuil. Thought he broke Manny's neck. Oh, my God, man. Hey, dude. That was a fantastic moment in boxing, bro. Hey, in the chat, put down your number one moment in boxing. What was of all your favorite moments in boxing? What is your number one favorite moment in boxing? Like the one moment where you're like, yeah. Yeah. And it's got to stand out. Don't give me two. Just give me one. The number one in boxing, bro. Number one moment in boxing, man. And I'll wait for you. Before I got to think about mine. I can think while I'm talking though. Ridgeo said facts. He could have been a stunt man or a Cadell. Yeah, dog. He took it. Man, he bit it, bro. Marquez timed. He said Marquez timed him perfect. Yeah. Renee Box Young, what's going on, man? Blessings to you, brother. How you doing, man? We got an extended live this morning, man. I'm just rolling and talking boxing. I don't know if I really want to do a boxing video today because I'm so sick of talking about. I'm so sick of. I can't wait for this Canelo Alvarez fight to be over, man. So we can get to this good shit that's taking place in next week. Oh, when Wilder dropped Fury in round 12, yeah, that was a good one. That was a very good one, man. Renee Box Young said it's hard to say. There are so many number one moments. Rip Dog said, "Am I good for a rich big dog?" Yeah, absolutely. You man, you know that. Rip Dog. Rip Jones, absolutely you are. There you go, man. Moderation. That's your moderate. There you go. You moderated, dog. Absolutely, man. You moderated, brother. Dillian White getting sent to the mood by, let me back up. Tyson knocking out Holmes because of Ali. Yeah, really? That's an interesting one. Floyd hitting Floyd hitting Victor Ortiz. That was a good one, bro. Tyson knocking out Holmes because of Ali fight. When Cotto won the rematch against Margarito, yeah, that was a good moment, and that was definitely good money. Dang, you didn't like Mike Tyson? What you got against Mike Tyson? He said Douglas beating Mike Tyson. What you got against Mike Tyson, man? Mr. De La Hoya Cruz, Mr. De La Cruz. Hey, by the way, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, man. Say, how do you feel about instant replay in boxing? I don't like it. I don't think it's realistic. Because if you do instant replay, you got to stop the fight and let people rest. It's real time, man. I don't think it's, I'll live with the bad calls before that happens. Before you start slowing down and fights, they'll stop and score, rewind, all that, and it'll take too long to score, all of that stuff, man. Floyd schooling Canelo masterclass in boxing. Yeah, that was a good one, man. Mercer putting Morrison to sleep. Man, that probably, man, you know what mine probably was? Sugar Ray Leonard knocking out Tommy Hearns. Coming back to knock out Tommy Hearns. Because I was a huge, or Muhammad Ali beating Larry Holmes, Ali beating Spinks. Ali beating Spinks. After he came back and he got his championship back, I was really, really happy about that, man. I even at that early age knew, though, that it was time for him that it was time, man. You know what I mean? Kevin Fox says, subscribe, brothers. Too much good content to pass up. Yeah, man, subscribe to my channel, man. I'd appreciate it, brother. I would appreciate it. And share the videos. I'd appreciate it, man. When Tyson bit Holyfield's ear, that was nasty. That was nasty. Oh, but Floyd Mayweather, I think Floyd Mayweather or Toro Gotti. That was pretty good. But pretty much all Deontay Wilder. I'll tell you one. Deontay Wilder knocking out Luis Ortiz. Because I thought he was about to lose that dog. Fahim Sator said, Fury getting up in round 12. Oh, you trying to be, you comedy now, huh? That was a big moment, though. I ain't gonna lie. That was pissed off about that. I was like, man, I thought the fight was over. I did. I thought that fight was over because he was laid. He was laid. Laid. But he got up, man. That was a big fight. That was big, man. No joke, man. That's Larry Holmes type shit right there from Tyson Fury. Tyson, that was Larry Holmes, man. Yeah, TD Rowe, yeah, exactly. Madonna beating AB. Yeah, I didn't like that, dog. That was a good moment there, too. Lennox opened up Vitaly Klitschko's face for sure. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Duran, Barkley. You know, I wasn't really into that. But Duran was cool. Duran was cool. Duran was a great fighter, man. The 10th round of Holyfield Bo won. That dude Fury looked like he was struck by lightning. Yeah, man, damn. Yeah, but that, man, dude, Deontay Wilder, man. Deontay Wilder is a unique fighter, bro. I mean, he's going to get a lot of, when it's all said and done, man, Deontay Wilder's highlight reel is bananas. Everybody's on his highlight reel, bro. Deontay Wilder's got a highlight reel for everybody. Like, he can look at a highlight reel on every dude he's ever fought, man. Matter of fact, Deontay Wilder's highlight reel against Tyson Fury is just as good as Tyson Fury's highlight reel against Deontay Wilder, man. On the real, because Deontay Wilder laid that boy sideways. And he's going to be feeling that for a long time, fella. He's going to be feeling that a long time, bro. What's going on, man? Much love in the super chat, brother. Subscribe to the channel if you're not, man. Isaac Young, man. Much love, man. He said, what up, Fannon? Do you think Sean Porter could potentially retire if he loses to Crawford? I do. Absolutely, man. I do think he could. Because he's on his way, because I don't know if he's going to get another championship fight after that, and I already think he's kind of looking to the next thing. Because he's started a new podcast with somebody. He's got the Porter Way podcast, and now he's got a podcast with a rapper. I don't know the name of the rapper. I don't remember it, but I've heard him before. It's like a rapper that's a big boxing fan, and he's got a new podcast. By the way, bro, if there's anybody out there that is interested and really knows boxing, man, got a personality that wants to do a podcast, I would really love to have a partner for a podcast. And I'm not talking about like a YouTube thing. I'm talking about a real, like a boxing podcast. I would like to, that's on Spotify and all of that type of stuff. If there's anybody out there that really wants to do that knows their boxing, has got a kind of, has got a good personality, right? I would love to do that, man. But it's got to be somebody that's willing to do it, to really do it, bro. Yeah, Royce the 5'9". Yeah, Royce the 5'9". Royce the 5'9". Yeah, thank you. Going for that answer too, brother. Good, going for that answer, bro. Yeah, Royce the 5'9". Absolutely, bro. Yeah, he said, Isaac, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, he's just kind of on his way. He's on the way out, man. He's about ready to check out. I do believe that. And because he already said it, man. He's like, when Sean Porter talks about, what's that man's name? When he talks about Jaron Ennis, as you see, I'm doing a lot of talking. When he talks about Jaron Ennis, even then, he's like, man, I'll leave that up to them young boys. I'm not doing with them young boys. He's not getting mixed in that next generation of fighters, brother. You know what I mean? So, but man, much love for that support in the channel. Thank you so much. Fahim Sator said, Fannon, that shit brought real hate, real tears to my eye. Real life Rocky shit, even down to Wilder's face when Fury got up. Damn, it feels good to be a boxing fan. Yeah, I like that, Fahim, because you're right about that. That's one of the moments it's like, because honestly, I had a feeling. It's like Deontay Wilder, dude, is definitely riding that. You know what I mean? Like, despite what all y'all haters say, you're not completely wrong all the time. You know what I mean? The haters ain't always said, Martin, you should consider talking to Blue Blood about a podcast. Yeah, I'd love to do that with Blue Blood. Blue Blood's a really good dude, man. Very, very knows his boxing very, very, very well, man. Very, very, very well. Very well. Very, very well, man. And he's very, very good, man. Got a great channel, man. Great channel. I one time said, and that's actually, dude, that's a dude I owe an apology to, man. I owe an apology to Blue Blood. Because when I was not feeling right, I said something like the only guy I had a beef with was Blue Blood. And it's just not true, man. Because Blue Blood is a really good dude, man. And they never done anything but treat me with respect. He's like the only guy that I've ever said where I criticized a little bit, where I regret it. Because Blue Blood is a really good dude, man. Got a great channel, man. All of that good stuff, man. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, man, I would love, because I want to start a podcast. I really do. Yeah, Blue Blood is a really good dude, man. Really good channel, man. Very hard worker, man. I respect a lot of these guys, man. A lot of these guys are very, 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 very hard workers, man. And you got to respect somebody that's grinding, because it's not easy to do this all the time, man. It's really, really not, man. You know what I mean? And never using somebody else's name to pub yourself up. Because some guys that cheat, the system, by saying, yeah, I'm going to make a video about Blue Blood. I'm going to make a video about Dante. I'm going to make a video about Boxing Ego, or I'm going to shit on the LDBC. And, you know, I'm going to put my name in the title so the guys that watch them every day and don't like them can come to me. I just think that shit is weak. It's not creative. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about guys that do that shit to me, because it's whatever. It's whatever, man. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, we all love boxing, bro. Said, hey, Hat Rack says, 7-Eleven coffee on me, good, on me. Oh, yeah, man. 7-Eleven coffee on me, my good bro. Thanks, brother. Yeah, man. Yeah. And hey, man, and you can put that shit in blue, and a lot of y'all watch Blue Blood. Put that in the chat, man, and I gave that dude a lot of pub today. And make sure he knows it, because I don't talk to a lot of people on the phone and stuff anymore, man. So let Blue Blood know how highly I spoke about him, man. It was like, man, gave you a lot of props today, because I really do want to give that dude. He deserves a lot of props, man. Really, you know what I mean? That dude's got a great channel, man, and he's doing great work. Really is, man. Kevin Falcon said, Blue is dope. Also, so many of you guys are the class of the sport. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. Because things, you know, man, cats get competitive. Like dude, Champside, bro, Champside does this shit, man. Like, really, really does, man. Baddest brand on the land. You know, baddest brand in the land. I agree. Baddest brand in the land. You know, good dude, man. Good dude, man. Good, very interesting commentary, man. Bright guy. And everybody got enough balls to tell you what they think. You know what I mean? They all got enough balls to tell you what he thinks. And be able to stand there on camera and have people go at you all the time, talking shit about you, man. It takes something for that, man. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, just, man, let these guys know, man. I get it, that dude, because a lot of dudes just don't mention each other or whatever, man. I'm a fan of a lot of these guys. Wayne Red Boat Opera say, y'all would be 100% better than old media if y'all came together to do commentary for live sports. Yeah, you know what it is. Everybody got to do their own things, man. Yeah, 78 is a great channel, bro. Great channel, bro. Absolutely. 78 is a great channel. Very, very bright guy. Did a great thing with the LDBC. All these guys got really, really good channels, man. And they all love boxing, and they all push boxing. No doubt about it, dog. You know what I'm saying? T.D. Hayden said, Fannon is putting in that work. Get them likes up. Yeah, man, get the likes up, man. Get the likes up, man. We got 300 people in the bill, but some of y'all new, because I've been on this mug. I've been on this mug for a while, so I know y'all can hit them likes, bro. I know you can hit them likes, man. You know what I mean? My man said, Deborah Booker said, if they would have jobs that fight right, if they would have jobs, what's that say? If they would have jobs that fight right, we would have never had a Wilder Fury 3, because the count was too long and the referee gave you a gift. Yeah, you know what it is, man. But you know what it is. It is what it is, man. Oh, showbiz is funny. Yeah, but he disses me too much. Enjoy him, man. But I don't know, man. The only time I ever hear him is he says stuff about me. So, it is what it is on that, man. But, everybody, it's good stuff, man. Let's talk this boxing. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's sitting around talking boxing. Good for boxing, man. Good conversation. You know what I'm saying? Deborah Booker said, what about camps that their boy be grounded and he say all the fights and he has a lot of good contact? I don't know what you mean, Deborah. I'm kind of missing to that, man. Glad to see our people staying on code and not disrespecting each other. What's going on, man? Jabonis Willis, man. Thanks, man. He said, long live this live on Friday. Long live this live on Friday. Yeah, man. I'm having a good time today, man. Yeah, absolutely, man. Stop. See, look, man. Don't do that, Tiger Stripe. You starting shit. Don't do that, man. Everybody needs, ain't nobody out here for free. Okay? If your channel is monetized, everybody's doing this. Ain't nobody doing this for free, bro. Okay? Let me tap you on the head, man. Ain't nobody doing it for free. All right? You getting something out of this. You either getting very few people, but I will tell you somebody that's doing it, like guys like Scrapbook Boxing, who I've not seen put a video up in like a month. Guys like that, I think, those guys are really doing it, man. Bud is the best by far. No, by bar. Yeah, let's wait a little bit. Nope, you can say that now, man. Yeah, real funny dudes, man. Lewis Revenge against Rahman. Oh, I hated that, bro. I wanted Lewis. Because I'm an American fan, man. I'm a fan of American boxing, bro. So I was sick about that, bro. I was absolutely positively sick about it, man. I wanted him to win that fight, but I knew he was about to get sparked. That may have been, I'll tell you. Vladimir Klitschko getting knocked out by Layman Brewster. Vladimir Klitschko getting knocked out by Layman Brewster was one of my favorite moments in boxing. It's so long ago now that I can't remember the emotion I had behind that, bro. He said you should come together in streams and call big fights. It's all right, man. Man, cats do their own thing for big fights, man. It's all right. That's good. He said Vladimir got bodied by Corey Sanders. Shit was funny as oh man. And then they still talking. They was talking about and the reason I liked it is because Cass was talking about. They were just talking so much about how great Vladimir Klitschko is. So, and it's like Vladimir Klitschko could beat Ali, and then Corey Sanders knocked him out. Okay? You cannot tell me Vladimir Klitschko is a better fighter than Muhammad Ali, or that Muhammad Ali could have not have beaten Vladimir Klitschko if he gets knocked out by Layman Brewster and Vladimir Klitschko. You can kick rocks with that. All right? He got knocked out by far less fighters who are no bigger than Muhammad Ali. Because Layman Brewster ain't as big as Ali. So y'all can kick rocks on that. Layman Brewster laid him out too. If they would stop allowing these big ass fighters to grab and hold and lay on your back, it would be a lot harder against these smaller fighters. But if you're allowed to throw a punch past them, wrap your arm around his throat, push him down to the ground and all of that stuff, then you may actually get something off on that, man. I said Fannon, his older brother went and took revenge. Nah, see, I don't do that, Bomb Squad. That's what they try to do. They try to give him credit. They try to say, Vladimir's Klitschko brother went and got, his brother beat him. That's a different fighter. Vladimir Klitschko don't get no credit. And then to boot on Vladimir Klitschko, when he fought Samuel Peter, Samuel Peter was knocking him all over the ring. And Samuel Peter is nobody's Luis Ortiz. Nobody's Luis Ortiz. So to see that dude get knocked around the ring by him, man, come on, bro. You're tripping on that. So when he got knocked out, I loved it. Oh, also Anthony Joshua knocking him out. I pretty much celebrated every time he got knocked out. Strilla, man, says, salute to you, Fannon. Love the boxing knowledge you bring. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. For sure, I appreciate that, brother. Because, I love y'all talking this long boxing, man, with me. But I'm about to get off in a hot second. Kenneth Johnson said, Fannon, your Errol Spence Jr. Sr. was an instant classic. I don't know how you got him to sit down for a long form interview. He's a good dude, man. I know him. I haven't talked to him in a while. But man, he's a good man. He was a fan of, dude. I think if you called him for an interview with people, he's a good dude, man. And it was early on in Errol Spence's career, man. You know what I mean? And it was early on in Errol's career too. He said the wife out of town. You up here for a minute? Yeah, she's out of town, but that's not the reason why, bro. I mean, seriously, dude, I don't got any reason not to talk. I wanted to talk boxing, man. I love talking boxing. So I was doing an hour and a half. All kind of dudes do 3-hour live streams. So I was like, hey man, let me try long form live streams and see how I like them. And quite honestly, dude, I like these long form live streams more than I like the short ones. I enjoy it, man. As long as y'all want to talk about it, I like to talk about it. Would love to see you interview Derek James. I'm gonna. Okay, no joke. Because that can be done. More than likely I will. But look, man, let me get up out of here, man. Much love to everybody, man. Thank you guys so much for your support in the chat, support in the super chat. We'll see you guys tomorrow. More than likely, I'll call the fight, man. And that's another reason why I'm doing these live streams like this, because that way I'll have more endurance built up when it's time to do the fight. For a while, bro, I couldn't talk for 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm out. Peace.